And welcome to the ESPNU Homer's Megacast of the College Football Playoff National Championship game presented by AT&T. I'm Dave Pasch. I am your MC for the festivities tonight. We're going to do things a little bit differently on ESPNU. All of the action and almost all of the broadcasts will take place from the field. As I said, I am your MC up in section 422, way up high at University of Phoenix Stadium, down on the field, right by the sideline. Your host for tonight's game, Joe Tessitore, to tell us why we call this the Homer's Megacast. Joe T.
Dave, it's great to have you with us here on the ESPNU Megacast, the Homers edition. I am standing by with the Homers for each team, Taj Boyd and Barrett Jones, two of the greatest players in the recent history of Clemson and Alabama. The first team All-American quarterback, the first team All-American offensive lineman, Remington winner, Outland Trophy winner, Orange Bowl star. Guys, unabashed fandom with a bit of analysis. Hey, we're going to experiment. What are you looking for out of your side, Taj?
Well, the biggest thing is to limit Derrick Henry. You want to force Jacob Coker to beat you in this situation and in this game. And I feel like if Clemson can stop Derrick Henry, they can win this game.
Michigan State loaded the box. Coker had 25 completions. On the other side, Alabama, Barrett Jones, Heisman Trophy winner Derrick Henry. Is it back to basics with that damn offense?
Well, every national championship I've ever been a part of or watched has been about controlling the line of scrimmage. And I don't think tonight's going to be any different. I feel good about it defensively. I think the question will be, can the offensive line give Jacob Coker time to get in the rhythm? Because when we're two-dimensional, we're dangerous.
I feel good about having the two of you here. Had the pleasure of covering your careers. Nice to have you with us as our Homers here on the sideline. And our star reporter also, Kelly Hartung here on the Homers broadcast.
Hey guys, I love how Barrett Jones says every national championship I've been a part of because he's got 3 rings. Unfortunately, not wearing any of them today. But guys, I've got free reign over the sidelines. These aren't the only outstanding former players for these two teams we've got here. I'll be talking to some of the other guys we've seen. Your boy C.J. Spiller, Julio Jones. We got guys on every side, and we're going to keep you covered all around here.
Kelly, I have the freedom to actually roam the sidelines with you. I'm usually up in the booth doing play-by-play. Hey, I don't know how we're going to do play-by-play from the sideline, but we'll give it a shot here tonight. One of the big storylines that developed today was Mackenzie Alexander, Clemson's star cornerback, who's got the matchup against Calvin Ridley. They said he'd be the game-time decision. What do you make of how he looked in warm-ups, Taj?
Well, I think that he's fine right now. I know he was having a hampered hamstring, and ultimately for him, he wants to go out there and be 100% healthy. But he's going to go out there, he's going to lay it on the line, and he's going to go play for his team.
He's fine. That's just a little gamesmanship by Clemson, making him questionable before the game. Make us think about it. I think he's just fine.
I don't even think you're joking around. I think you're serious.
Hey, it's part of the game. We've done it before, too, I'm sure. They just make a guy questionable. He's fine. He's going to play. He'll be all right.
Absolutely.
3 times you won a national championship. You know what this atmosphere is like. It is juice, man. It is hard to hear down here, Barrett.
It is. It does not get any better than this, Joe Tess. It's going to be awesome.
Good.
As the special teams kick coverage and kickoff take to the field. Clemson won the toss, they deferred, Alabama will receive. 6 times that has happened this season. Remember against Ole Miss, Alabama fumbled the opening kickoff return. Special teams coverage can always play a huge factor when everybody's amped up.
No doubt. It's been historically a little bit of a weakness for us, but the last few weeks of the season we've been playing really well in special teams. So I think Cyrus Jones is a weapon. Look for him, X factor in the punt return.
Especially in the punt return game. For now, it'll be Heigl kicking off here in Glendale, as Alabama will be on offense to open up the evening. And this is coming out with Kenyon Drake 2 yards into the end zone, and he's taken down at the 20-yard line. What do you expect to see early from the Alabama offense? Because against Michigan State, it was Coker in the passing game out on the edge.
I'm going to make my first bold prediction of the game. I think it's going to be play action. The first play, deep shot. I feel like Kiffin's been hearing it all week. I think he's going to take a deep shot to somebody other than Calvin Ridley. That's my prediction.
Hey, look, this defense doesn't get enough credit. I mean, you You guys got a front seven, but so does Clemson, and I'm excited to watch these guys go out here. It's going to be a quick 3 and out. Can't wait to see it.
Deep shot. Here it comes.
So Alabama
play
opens
action
up play at the 21 with Coker out of the shotgun. Barrett says play action to open things up. You got it, Barrett. But he's going to check down to Ridley.
Down. He was trying to hit our
Got nothing on him. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Go Tigers.
And look who it was.
Mackenzie Alexander, he out here ready to play today. Barrett's going to be a long day for Calvin Ridley and company out there.
I told you he's fine.
Long day.
He looked fine right
Long
there.
day
I think we were trying to take a deep shot right there to our
hamstring. What?
That hamstring is just okay. He pulled it out. Ben Gay on it. He's amped up right now.
Here's Derrick Henry's
chop them down like trees.
Tackle for
trees
loss.
Fall down. You know what you do with trees? You chop them down.
It's a long game, all right? Long game.
Clemson defense looks very good early. Hey, Brent Venables is one of the best in the
offside,
business.
so why do they look good early?
They have a veteran group. Lost a lot of guys last year.
I can tackle a guy in the backfield, too, if I lined up 5 yards offsides.
Hey. The refs are already out here trying to do something.
That was an excellent call, I thought. Where's this crew from tonight? I already like them. As a
The
center,
unabashed bias.
Derrick Henry has
Jones
less than
for the
100 yards
referees.
rushing tonight.
You get real good buddies as a center with the umpire, so always a big part of it.
Well, that makes for a 2nd and 5. As Henry is the lone back with Coker under center now. First inside run of the night. They did a pretty good job stacking things up.
Absolutely, and these guys are going to be pressed the whole game. B.J. Goodson, Ben Boulware, these guys are veterans. They understand the game, and they're going to be ready for it.
Their defense is really good. I think they have great speed, and I look for us to kind of pound the rock straight ahead. I don't think that we're going to run laterally a whole lot, even though we tried that second play of the game. That's a first down.
And this is what Derrick Henry can do so well, just simply act as a pile driver. 3rd and short, he's so reliable.
Absolutely. That's probably one of his best attributes. When you need a yard, he's going to get a yard.
Over or under 30 carries tonight?
I'd say over.
That was a question we put out earlier today. How much does he touch the rock? Because obviously, things were available against Michigan State that led to the play calling. Coker double clutched that thing and then worm burns it.
Calvin Ridley fell down. Yeah, that was bad. Little jitters early. We had some jitters against
This is supposed to be
Texas.
Alabama. There's not supposed to be any jitters out here.
Hey, it's a huge stage, man. These are 20-year-old kids. Part of it. It's a long game, though. Sometimes it takes this offense a little bit of time to get rhythm.
So now a 2nd and 10. There's Ridley. What a season for Ridley. I mean, a step into the role that Amari Cooper had and be as productive as he's been, breaking all the freshman records. Henry nowhere to go that time. Nothing shaking loose against that front for Clemson. That was Austin Bryant, one of the young guys on the Clemson defense that's really blossomed.
And he's going to have a big game. I don't know how much Shaq is going to be able to give Clemson this game. And I love the way he finished last week's game, man. So
this is not our strength right here. This is not our strength. 3rd and long is not what we're built for, so we'll see how this goes.
See if Kevin Dodd pins his ears back here. Coker does have time.
A lot of time. Turn upfield.
And that's where Calvin Ridley can have a little bit of wiggle.
He's been really great after the catch this year. That's been impressive.
Now, obviously, you played with some explosive guys during your time. Where does he rank at the top with you?
As far as explosive players?
Yes, sir.
Julio Jones, man. That guy is explosive every time he touches the ball. I love playing with him.
Here's the pitch to the near side with Henry. He gets it out to the 47-yard line. What do you think of some of the play calling early on here, Taj?
It's conservative. I mean, they're just trying to get a feel for it right now. And the first drive is always important, not only to try and go and get points, but just to try to figure out what you're doing from a defensive standpoint.
Very different than Michigan State. I think it's going to be much more of a run-heavy attack.
Of course, Coker had 30 attempts against Michigan State. They run wide now with Kenyon Drake. And Drake really had nowhere to go that time as J-Ron Kearse was able to cut off that angle. You know, Drake's an incredible story of what he's had to deal with over the course of the past year. Had that gruesome broken leg, and then even this year had the broken arm in November.
Yeah, he's such a weapon for us when he's healthy, and so I hope he can stay healthy, obviously, going forward, because he's a big part of what we like to do.
All right, Homer, what do you want to see here on 3rd and 7, Barrett?
Well, I like more Calvin Ridley across the middle. I think they're tough on the corners, but I think we're going to attack the interior of that defense in the passing game.
Taj, how much would you love a stop right here?
There's got to be a big. We need a stop right now.
A lot of time.
Good coverage.
Big defensive stop right there. Momentum shift, and that's what Clemson needs right now.
Hey, that's all right. That's not a bad first drive. You know, we got a few things moving. I think hopefully J.K. Scott come out here and pin him deep, and you know, you just kind of want to get a feel for him on the first. We got 2 first downs. Not all bad.
I definitely understand that, man. Like, you know, ultimately you want to go out and get big points right away, but it doesn't naturally happen like that. So,
ultra-talented J.K. Scott from Denver on to punt for Alabama as Scott is deep, turns this one over, fair catch inside the 10. That is the weapon that J.K. Scott can be. We are off and running on the ESPNU Homer's Megacast with Barrett Jones and Taj Boyd. Clemson and Heisman finalist Deshaun Watson on offense when we return.
Did a great job. Were you surprised we didn't see more of that on that first drive for Alabama?
Guys, what do you think of staying in?
I mean, it's been Alabama showed me a lot. I mean, it showed me that they can have an opportunity to win the ball. Right here is going to be a big drive to see how well Alabama can move with our slots and running backs and receivers out there.
Well, this is something Lane's done a lot throughout his career. He does what you're not expecting, and I think people are expecting Henry up the middle, and so I think early he likes to stretch it out. So then in the 4th quarter, those runs are big.
Clemson is going to show you a lot of this tempo.
And
this was a concern with Alabama's coaching staff this week. Total number of plays, pace of play. They average 80 snaps a game.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. You don't really see it very often. You see it against Ole Miss, you see it against Tennessee, but I don't think that either of those teams have the playmakers that Clemson has out there. So it's interesting to see the tempo with the capability of the players.
It's a lot harder for the defense to get their stuff dialed up. You know, Coach Saban is a mastermind at dialing up stuff, but, you know, it's just really hard to get 11 guys to call when they're going at that speed. So what you get is a lot of base defenses.
It was only a matter of a few years ago that Alabama really struggled with pace of play and tempo. But in recent years, and with some recruiting of a different type of athlete on defense, they've gotten much better.
Much better.
Able to shut that down at the line of scrimmage that time as Goldman had nowhere to go. But when you played back in the day with Mount Cody, they weren't built the same way to handle this kind of an offense.
And I think that's a testament to Coach Saban. I mean, he's always ready to adapt. And you look at, you know, he understood that, hey, I have to start recruiting a different kind of athlete. And you look out there on the field and on the sidelines, and we got 9 guys ready to come in there and play this kind of fast tempo game.
Taj, give me a call here, Homer. Give me a call.
Hey,
former star quarterback, 3rd and 10.
With a wheel right here in the slot.
Look for the wheel route on the back end of this. He's got a lot of time, Taj. He can do it on his own with his feet if he can get to the edge.
Unbelievable catch right there. Unbelievable catch.
What a catch by that guy.
Leggett made an unbelievable catch.
That was Jordan Leggett.
We're going to have to get a little more pressure on him throughout the game. That was great protection by the Clemson O-line.
The problem with tempo offenses sometimes is that you can find a way to get behind the chains early on.
Right.
So they're going to have to slow it down and just play ball.
Right back to the line of scrimmage. Gallman taken down that time by Ryan Anderson.
Let me just tell you, that ain't going to be open for business tonight.
What do you think? Do you think they can run on the inside?
Not starting off. I think if you get the game down to the 4th quarter and it's close, then we're able to kind of push it along the edge.
This front 7
now
is
is
nasty.
2nd and 8. Glad you're with us here for the Homers broadcast. Our 2 homers right here. Taj Boyd, Barrett Jones. Guys checking for credentials. We're live on the air. I think we're good. Watson swinging out of the backfield and it's incomplete. You cannot let opportunities like that slip.
Not against a team like this. Alabama's experienced. They've been here before. We got to come and play a complete game.
Taj, how close are you with Deshaun in terms of being a mentor to him?
I talk to him about every day.
What'd you say to him today? What was the message?
Just go out there and just be who he is. The guy understands it. He understands football. And I told him that he's going to take some hits today, but he's going to have to find a way to get back up and bounce back from adversity.
Here's 3rd and 8, Barrett.
Here come the pass rushers. We brought in a whole new slate of guys, and hopefully we can get some pressure on them.
They picked it up. They gave him time, but it was overthrown to the outside.
There we go.
How do you feel about your offense right now, Taj?
I think they got to calm down a little bit. And obviously this game's big. It's going to be a lot of emotions running. Got a lot of young players out there, and they have to just settle down.
Let's hope Andy Teasdall doesn't go all John Wayne like he did in the ACC title game and go with his own fake punt. In the Orange Bowl, he was phenomenal with the fake. Just get a good one off, right?
Absolutely.
Watch out for Cyrus Jones, though. He's dangerous back there.
Had the 57-yard punt return for a touchdown against Michigan State. This is not a good-looking punt, was unable to turn it over. It's short, and it's fielded by Jones. And Jones able to get another good return. Teasdall did not turn that over at all.
X factor.
Special teams is a key component. We all know that. They have one of the most explosive special teams in all of college football.
So both defenses eventually settled down a little bit, forced the punts. Much more from our ESPNU Megacast, the Homers edition, with the Homers when we return.
Dave Pash back in Glendale. Clemson did a pretty good job, and Heisman winner Derrick Henry in that first drive averaged 3 yards per rush on 4 attempts. Right now, another Heisman Trophy winner that played for the Crimson Tide, Mark Ingram, and he is with Kaylee Hartung.
Yeah, pretty soon in Tuscaloosa, there will be another trophy on display in their Hall of Champions right next to Mark's. Marks, can you tell us, when you see your defense get a stop like Alabama's defense just got, how does that make you feel when you head back onto the field?
It makes you feel good. You guys got some momentum. We got them off the field. We got a good field position with a punt return. So we got to capitalize on this field position and get some points on the board on this drive.
Can we get a play call here from you?
Give the ball to Henry.
As you watch Derrick work this season, what were your takeaways and what were your feelings leading up to that Heisman ceremony, knowing the season he had?
Man, I felt like he had a great season. Like, you just look at his numbers, his body of work, how many carries he got, and you know, he did an amazing job. It's hard to take all those carries, man, and be healthy and be effective for a whole season. So he did a great job, man, and he's looking good today so far.
When you watch Derrick in these games, it seems like he gets stronger as the game goes on. Can you explain how that's possible?
Man, the defense wears down. We have a big, strong offensive line. We just keep coming off the ball. You keep hitting these guys. And he's 6'4", 240, man. You're not going to want to hit him all game long. Here he goes. Here he goes. See ya. Here he goes. Here he goes. Let's go. Roll Tide, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
That might be a drop the mic moment for Mark Ingram, guys.
Big boy, hard to contain. Look, Clemson's going to handle some adversity tonight. They're going to have to handle it. They have to weather the storm and find a way to bounce back. You know, it happens, but they got to find a way to score.
Once it gets to
Everybody
the second
knows somebody's going to score. You're going to deal with it. But right now, the Heisman winner very much looks the part. 50-yard touchdown run from Derrick Henry. Barrett Jones is celebrating over here. You yelled out the moment you saw that hole. You knew it was happening.
I yelled out, "See ya." I'm glad I wasn't on air. I was a little giddy over here.
By the way, 26th rushing touchdown of the season now for Derrick Henry. Alabama leads 7-zip in the national championship game.
Dave Pash back in Glendale, the ESPNU Homers Megacast. We call it the Homers Megacast for a reason. And Mark Ingram went nuts, fellas, on that touchdown by Derrick Henry. I'm curious, and Barrett Jones can speak to this test, Who does he block on that play? Because that was right between.
Oh, look at Tavis Scott here, Dave. Good return here for Clemson.
Big play.
Barrett, what'd you see with the blocking on that touchdown run by Derrick Henry?
You know, one thing I noticed is it was a tempo call, so I think it was planned the first 3rd and 1. They lined up really quickly. It was just kind of an inside play, gave him a crease, everyone in the box, make one guy miss, and see ya.
You know, Dave and I spend years up in the play-by-play booth, and Dave, how many times do we get criticism of, oh, the analyst is so biased? That's the purpose here tonight, right? This is the Homers broadcast. That's the purpose of this broadcast.
They told me to say we.
Taj, what do you want to see out of your former teammates here in a bounce back?
That was a big-time return right there. It's all about ebbs and flows. This game's all about shifts of momentum, and Clemson needs to return the favor with a touchdown coming up soon.
Here's Watson gunning it and getting it complete, and then spinning free that time was Hunter Renfrow.
Yeah, that was kick returns could be big momentum changers. That was huge. You know, it almost looked to me like Clemson's first series was scripted. They got so quickly up to the line of scrimmage, I think they might have all known what the play was going to be. I'm interested to see if they kind of stick with that approach.
Well, ultimately, that's what it is. You script your top 10 plays, and you run them regardless of what you see. It's able to critique the defense, try to figure out what's going on, and make some changes off of that.
Here's a little bit of a delay counter with Gallman, and he had absolutely nowhere to go that time. Listen, hanging out on the Clemson sideline right now with you is like being with the governor of South Carolina. I mean, you always were like the mayor on campus anyways. With the score 7-zip, we're going to give honors to our friend Barrett here. What do you say we walk and talk and head over to Alabama?
I love it.
Now? Let's go this way, and we'll continue broadcasting here on the Megacast as we
my
walk
territory.
Here. Follow me, guys. We got a 3rd and 5 here for
Big
Clemson.
3rd down right here.
Here's Watson. Rush right up the middle, and it's incomplete as he was trying to find a short crossing route, but he couldn't get it.
Big time right there.
Flag is down. We will check on that.
Hey, Tess, Artavis Scott for Clemson looked like he was injured. He wasn't on the field for that 3rd down there. He was holding his arm as he went to the Clemson sideline. So just a heads up, guys, that he's not out there right now for Clemson.
Well, let's stop and talk about that for a second. Taj, we just got the word from Dave that Artavis Scott apparently left injured. Now, keep in mind, Deion Kane, who was their freshman breakout wide receiver, is suspended. Mike Williams, who would have been the best receiver on this roster, has been out for the year. They're going to be down a little bit here on the perimeter. I look out there, I see Ray McLeod, I see Sharon Peak, and I see Hunter Renfrow. Here's Watson, always dangerous with his legs. What do they look like if Scott can't go?
I mean, if Scott is out of this game, it's difficult. He's going back out there. Because that's a big loss. I mean, obviously, Ray McLeod is going to be an unbelievable player.
Here's some good
Glad
news
to see
for you.
number 3 back out there in the field.
He just went back out there. We'll take a look as to how he looks here.
Tess, this is the best place to watch a game, man. I know everyone loves the 50-yard line seats. The end zone right here, this is where football develops. I love it.
I don't have a problem settling in here for a moment. You good with this end zone look?
I'm good with it.
See some of the blocking a little bit? Listen,
look, we're gonna
no
have to shy
rules
away
on
from
the
running in the
Homers
middle.
broadcast. We
Yeah,
can do whatever we want, Taj.
That's true. We gotta shy away from the middle right now.
It's like Outback Steakhouse up in here, no rules.
3rd and 4, my man. What are you looking for?
This is a big play.
37-yard line. They got the great return to set
I
it
would
up.
like to
Can they keep
take
it
a
going?
quick hitch on the outside, something real calm. Corner cat blitz coming. Find a way to get it done.
Contain them all.
And that's what he does. He's
These
elusive.
are the plays
He's
we were
electric.
talking about.
That's what he does.
Do you remember how we started the broadcast? We were talking about, can he make the exceptional plays?
Right.
A lot of folks earlier today were saying, listen, if he makes 5, 6, 7 of those a game that only he can pull off, they're going to be in good shape.
Oh, I absolutely believe that. Look, the game comes down to about 4 or 5 plays in the game, critical key points of a game. And he has the opportunity to be just a drive reliever, man. The guy has a chance, takes a shot, touchdown, ball game.
Wow!
Boom! Let's go, touchdown.
We got ourselves a ball game.
Whoa!
Here we go.
It's a ball game.
Hey, explosive plays, man.
Whoa! You see that? Come back, easy.
Hunter Renfrow. Hunter Renfrow of all people.
Walk on. Finds a way to get it done. So excited about that guy, man. He's a baller.
Hunter
Unbelievable
Renfrow,
ball.
a former walk-on. He's the guy that scores Clemson's first touchdown in the national championship game.
I think that's where Clemson's dangerous right there. Explosive plays. Look back to the one game we lost this year against Ole Miss. They had 7 explosive plays, man. That's where Deshaun's dangerous.
Right now?
Man, hey, it's a weight being lifted, man. I'm so excited about it right now. in the game, man, this is going to be one of those games. It's going to be back and forth, and it's all, again, about the ebbs and flows of it.
Taj Boyd's got a big smile on his face. Good kick return. Great exceptional play to keep the chains moving from Deshaun Watson, and then an unbelievable pass and touchdown catch right here on the Megacast. ESPNU Homer, stay with us. Let's walk.
Dave Pash here in section 422, Hayatop University of Phoenix Stadium. Let's go back to the field. Joe Tessitore, Taj Boyd, and Barrett Jones, the Homers Megacast here on ESPNU. Boys.
Hey, Dave, we were just commenting. What a good start to a national championship game, right?
It's going to be a battle, man. I think it's going to be a 60-minute ball game after just seeing these two teams. They're locked in. These are the two best teams in college football.
Of course, there are questions to be answered right now, though, after what Derrick Henry was able to do on that last move. And now Kenyon Drake gets loose.
What a tackle by the kicker.
Back-to-back exceptional kickoff returns.
Kicker tackle, man. That's frustrating.
All right, so now here becomes the question. We saw how great Deshaun Watson just looked. Prior to that, we saw outstanding, steady running by Derrick Henry. How does the Clemson defense respond?
Look, they're going to have to find a way to shut it down. And the thing is, if Derrick Henry gets going, it's a problem because now the play action comes into factor. So we're going to have to find a way to just lock it down on the outside and just force Derrick Henry to bounce it on the out.
I got to have our camera folks come this way a little bit so we can watch the game with our eyes.
This is a big drive for us. Here. It's always big to see how we respond after they score.
I can't be watching off the Jumbotron, Taj. Give me the real thing right in front of me for at field level. Back to basics with Henry, and coming off the backside there and making the tackle. That was a good effort.
It's a solid run for him.
It's a much warmer feeling on this sideline. You guys feel that? On the Alabama sideline, it feels like home.
I will say this. The Clemson sideline has more people on it.
Absolutely.
The crowd, there's more orange and regalia than there is crimson.
Oh, it's a star-studded event over there on that sideline.
Been a long time to wait for this. Well, they get Henry right there, right in the middle. They're able to bottle him up. That was DJ Reader, 325-pound senior, Taj.
Hey, special player. I mean, these guys are so athletic. You take a guy like Christian Wilkinson, got a chance to see him do 3 backflips in a row. These are the type of guys that's out there on the defensive line.
Curious down and distance play call now for Lane Kiffin facing a 3rd and 3.
It is. You know, I think it's going to be a handoff, honestly. Oh, I'm wrong.
No. Coker's going to pass, and wide open is O.J. Howard. Here he comes right in front of us. Cuts back to the inside. A very difficult matchup is O.J. Howard with any defense, but that time he got out all alone in space, Taj.
Lane Kiffin did a great job of getting this guy in space. He's doing a great job of calling the game right now, and we're going to have to find a way to weather the storm right now.
Here we go with tempo. After
a little bit of tempo.
Play.
Right back to the line of scrimmage.
Uh-oh. Messed up play.
That was a disaster.
Can't take that sack.
And it was Shaq Lawson.
Zach Lawson is back in town right now.
You know, I'm just glad to see us getting O.J. Howard involved early. There were a few weeks there where I thought we were going to have to put his face on a milk carton.
Kaylee's hanging out with a guy that helped you win the Orange Bowl. Kaylee, who you with?
Yep. Hey guys, Stephon Anthony here with me. A guy who's getting comfortable in New Orleans. Stephon, I want you to watch this drive with me here.
Okay.
When you look at what Alabama's been able to do thus far to move the ball, what do you want to see your defense do to answer?
You know, I think right now we continue to settle down in the game. You know, it's a kind of slow start right now. Not the start we wanted, but you know they're a good team. They're gonna make some plays.
Now, if you've got Derrick Henry on a field opposite you, what's your mindset?
Oh man, you got to enjoy it. It's great competition. You got to love to compete. He's a great running back, and you know those guys. I know my guys at Clemson gonna compete. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a fun one to watch.
Now, we've got your boy Taj Boyd on our broadcast.
Right.
Now, he asked me to ask you if defensive rookie MVP honors should be going to this guy.
Look, there's a ton of great rookies out there. I wish I could just say me, man, but nah, I can't. I wouldn't dare do that. But it's a ton of great rookies out there. If I win it, I win it. If I don't, I don't.
Okay, let's watch this drive. You tell me what you see here.
All right, here we go.
How's
Got
that D
second and
lining
long.
up?
I'm anticipating some type of screen. Nope. Shot down the sideline. Overthrown. Great coverage by Tankerson. Great coverage.
Hey, thanks, Stefan. We'll let you get back to watching the game without us.
Without a doubt. Thank you.
Yes.
So they took a shot downfield.
Come on, man. They grabbed his jersey. What did I say about this crew? I take it back.
Barrett, you think that should have been a penalty?
I think it should have been holding before the pass, not pass interference.
Hey, Jacob Coker threw it in the stands.
A lot of contact off
Uncle Rico
camera.
of Napoleon Dynamite.
Get after it, boys. It's 3rd and 16.
Hey, this is where you hand it off, hit 5 yards, and bring the field goal team out. Like I said.
There goes Henry. And he's inside the 30, so it'll do just that. As Adam Griffith will trot out onto the field to attempt the field goal. Now, Griffith's got some leg talent. Hit a 55-yarder against LSU. He started the year missing his first 4 field goals, but then he settled in nicely, was named second-team All-SEC by the coaches.
Great guy, too. Adopted from Poland. Great story. It's been so cool to see him, the way he's kind of rebounded. Obviously had a tough start to his career with the whole kick six thing in Auburn, but then has rebounded nicely to have a great career.
44-yard attempt.
Wide right.
Pushed it.
Wide right.
It was just off to the side.
That's their clutch kicker right there.
Now,
Hey,
listen, he had troubles early in the year.
wide right. Laces out.
He's gloating over a wide right. He'll take anything he can get, Barrett.
Okay, that's fine. You know, he missed a field goal, not great. Part of it.
There are going to be these moments throughout the game where you're going to reflect and look back and want every yard, want every point, want every opportunity that could have been there.
Absolutely. Hey, look, this game comes down to a few things, like we said earlier. And you need to capitalize on every opportunity to score that you can in the game of this stature.
Let's check in with Dave.
Hey, guys, one thing I've noticed from up here, and I'm curious what you guys think about this, Darius Stewart a couple times was not happy with Jake Coker. Lane Kiffin and Nick Saban were both talking to Coker in between 2nd and 3rd down there. He looks hesitant from up here on a couple throws. He thought on one play a DB was going to blitz and the DB backed off. Darius Stewart wasn't happy with him on that play. Just something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, he's not in a great rhythm early, and hopefully, you know, we can keep established that because, you know, he's a big confidence guy. When he plays with confidence, he's really dangerous.
There's Gallman now on the carry. I'll tell you, Dave, the play before that, while you were talking to us, and Taj, Watson can so easily simply glide for 8, 9, 10 yards, effortlessly pick things up if they're available.
Very smooth. And that's the thing. You can drop 8, you can do all those things of that nature. But look, when it's not there, he's going to find a way to escape. And that's what he does, man. He's one of the most special players in all of college football.
That's what worries us too, man. The design runs don't worry us that much, honestly, but those scrambles, he's dangerous with that and does a great job of keeping his eyes downfield as well.
Here's 2nd and 4. This is another spot where he can be so dangerous. You have such a wide array of options with your play calling. And he checked at the line here, Taj. What do you think?
Take a shot.
Good ball that time. Real good ball
play right there. Unbelievable
There's
play
no
right
defense
there.
for that, man.
Was able to get the foot down.
To take a play that had nothing to something, that's what he does, man. That's the type of player he is.
That was Sharon Peak. Did a nice job against the coverage there. So it's a 1st down to 32. He looked at the screen, then goes over the middle to Leggett again. Leggett's a good target.
Absolutely. And Leggett's going to have a big game today. It's going to be him matched up against the backers. Leggett can move. He's big. He can run. And I think he's going to have a
feeling
huge
right
game.
now?
Well, I think their tempo is really hurting our pass rush. We're not getting much pressure on him. And if we sit back there and let him throw all day, he's a great quarterback.
Tempo can beat down the best defense.
Absolutely.
Tempo and scheme can overtake talent sometimes.
And I mean, it all will come down to what happens in the 4th quarter. I mean, you see a play like that, even Wayne Gallman being the lead blocker. You know, we have to limit the hits that Deshaun takes during his course
Like
of the
I said, the design runs don't really scare us. It's the scrambles.
Especially between the tackles.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff on the perimeter where you're going to stretch them a little bit is probably going to be a little more effective against that stout defensive front.
I mean, you never want to hurt a guy, but the defense also takes that opportunity to get a good hit on the quarterback. I mean, you know, that's part of it is trying to affect the quarterback.
Here's 2nd and 9 now. They're a little far away from us, but we got a look, and that is overthrown as he was trying to go underneath to the 5-yard line that time.
Ran a stick
throw.
concept right there.
Yeah.
Just tight coverage, good defense. Got to find a way to complete him.
Homer's broadcast here with one of the legends in Clemson history, Taj Boyd. If you were play calling here for your alma mater, what are you dialing up?
It's tough to say. In a situation like this, I'm going to roll out, get the shine on the edge, and just see if we can high-low to the cornerback.
3rd and 9 from the 11. Here's Watson to the end zone.
Touchdown.
Caught for the touchdown. My, oh my. Hunter Renfrow, can you believe this?
Right now.
We got to get some pressure on him, man. He's picking us apart right now. This is what we were worried about. You know, if we have weaknesses back there in the secondary, so we got to pick it up.
You just shook your head 10 times in that one answer. What are you feeling right now?
I mean, I'm frustrated, but at the same time, this is how we build our program. We deal with adversity. Here's some adversity. Let's see how we react.
The shine is out there looking like Kenny Stabler right now.
Hey, I still believe. Don't have any qualms about it, okay? There's going to be highs, there's going to be lows. We're going to weather the storm.
Right now, that storm is thundering from the Clemson offense. And to your point, pace, tempo, getting into a rhythm.
And that's the thing. It's still early in this game, but if Clemson continues to run the tempo that they have right now, by the time the fourth quarter comes around, there's no telling what the score can be.
End of 1. 14-7. The ACC champs, #1, undefeated against the team that was labeled the Big Bad Bullies. Mighty Bama. Derrick Henry looked awesome for one 50-yard spurt. But Clemson has bounced back, and they lead by 7. We got ourselves a great national title game here. Stay with us. Much more to come on ESPNU, the Megacast Homers.
We're back in the ESPNU Homers Megacast. Dave Pasch here at University of Phoenix Stadium. And remember, Michigan State guys had 239 yards of offense the entire game. Clemson already has 147. Deshaun Watson is averaging 15 yards per completion. So they're getting a lot of chunk plays against this Alabama defense so far.
That's a good point, Dave, and a great comparison. 147 yards already for the Clemson offense. Here on the Homers broadcast, where this Homer over here has got a big smile on his face, 14-7. This one is shaking his head moments ago, and only on the Homers broadcast can you do this. Come on over here, guys. You want to talk about a Homer? Here's the ultimate Homer right here. That's Mom.
This is my mom right here, Leslie. You know, it's
Hi,
nice.
Leslie. Your son's doing a good job. Let's get back to business, shall we?
It's nice to be loved. Good to have a good mom.
She's not following us around the perimeter of the stadium wherever we walk, is she?
No, she's sitting over there.
Does she bake cookies or anything for us? I could really go for some homemade mom cookies.
I'll see
right
what she
now.
can whip up at halftime.
All right, here we go with Bama, trailing by 7.
Hey, tell me this. What was
Drake
your
in
favorite meal
motion.
your mom would make, man?
Play action. Well, wide open downfield that time was Mulaney for Coker. I thought that was the most relaxed Coker's look tonight.
He has. He settled down. Richard Mulaney has been so big for us, man. Transferring in this year for 1 year, I've been so impressed with him. He's been kind of a go-to guy, especially on 3rd down.
Hey, look, you can't give a guy like that time. Again, he's a veteran. He's played football, product and a student of the game. And if you give him enough time, he'll find a way to get something down the field.
46-yard line now. Derrick Henry tackled for a loss. Shaq Lawson, second to get in that time. Hey, listen, I think the knee's fine.
Right.
He's handling that MCL
looks
sprain.
perfect out there.
He looks good, but missed assignment up front there. That was a missed assignment.
You'd hear about that in the film room.
You definitely would hear about that one. Normally when you see a guy tackling a guy for a 4-yard loss, it's a missed assignment. Negative plays, man, they kill us. Thankfully, we haven't had a lot of them this year. But
how big is this drive for Alabama right now?
It's a big drive, and that's why I'm not happy that we're in 2nd and 14 right now.
Ridley's on the outside on the perimeter. Let's watch for that matchup on 2nd and 14. Drake in motion again. Coker's got to step up here, and he's sacked. Coker is brought
Kevin
back
Dodd.
that time by Kevin Dodd. Dodd doesn't get enough credit.
Not at all. And I had a chance to sit down with Coach Hobby, the defensive ends coach, and he said he's just as good as Shaq Lawson, just not as experienced. So you got a guy like that who has another year to play, and he's coming up strong right now.
I'm very impressed by the Clemson defensive line. I have to admit it. They've done a great job so far, and they're winning the battle up front. That's not good for us.
That's Kevin Dodd's 10th sack of the year. 10 sacks of the year.
That's not bad for a second guy. When your your second guy has 10 sacks. That's pretty powerful.
Got to get out of 3rd and 18 hole for your boys.
This is not a good situation for us here.
They took some pressure off the edge, picked it up. They're going to have to settle here as Ridley was tripped up that time.
That's all right.
Mackenzie Alexander and the mystery hamstring, according to Barrett Jones.
Yeah, he looks all right out there to me. What about you?
He looks plenty good.
Looks good, man.
So J.K. Scott on to punt again. Scott has one of the biggest legs in all of college football. This is not a good-looking punt at all, but it is fair caught. A little extra push from Scott at the end of it. 7-point margin here in Glendale. Stay with us.
Dave Pash back here at the University of Phoenix Stadium with Clemson on top by the score of 14-7 over Alabama. Kaylee Hartung is roaming the sidelines, and she is with Landon Collins.
Yeah, Landon Collins trying to help this defense get jacked up as he finds a little rhythm in his step over here, Dave. Hey, Landon, your first time back being around this team after your rookie year in the NFL. What have you observed about the dynamic that makes this group special?
All the players they play as one, they play as a whole. They have a great D-line that's getting back to the quarterback, and they're making plays. So, I mean, as they continue making the plays that they do, they're going to be unstoppable.
What has Clemson done tonight to give your secondary a hard time?
Can't take those hits right there.
I don't think they just getting open. I mean, the quarterback put it in the right spot. He's getting good throws in there because, I mean, they playing tight coverage. All our cornerbacks and stars and nickels have to do is turn their head around and just look for the ball and get an interception. It's right there every time. There you go. Look, see? Look. What I say? There you go. There you go.
Whoa! Eddie Jackson.
Make plays. That's all we do.
How did he make that happen? Talk me through that.
Rick, what happened?
That interception, did you see the look he got?
Oh, no, he's just a quarterback. The quarterback is eyeing down everybody as he started to. So, I mean, just read the route combination. That's what Eddie Jackson's very good at. I mean, I really kind of picked it up around him out of this game, and that's what he do.
Eddie Jackson has been opportunistic all season long. If you look at the numbers of how this defense has taken the ball away and scored on it, how do you describe that feeling when the defense is able to outscore the offense, which has happened for Alabama this season?
I mean, it's amazing. When we can do that, we can talk trash to the offense, so that's the best feeling when we can do that. And just making game-changing plays like that, I mean, it brings the energy of our offense and it brings it of our team up. You just hear it. It just brings us all the way to, enthusiasm. I can't even get the words out.
Well, hey, as your defense gives the ball back to your offense, we're going to send it back to Joe Tess and the guys. Thanks, Landon.
You got it.
First off, let's start with this. There's a little bit of an edge right now out there in the field with some of the hits. But Eddie Jackson's been a baller all year long. He went up and got that pick, and he may have gotten Bama back. And here goes Henry again, and there's going to be a face mask at the end of this. A little bit of a momentum shift here, but Bama's got to cash in.
No doubt, that was huge from Eddie, man. He's been making big plays for us all year. A guy who moved from corner to safety to help the team, and he's really flourished in that position. He's been coming up with big plays for us all year.
What's up, bro?
Clemson's going to have to calm down. The interception came off of a cover 2 look. I think Deshaun thought he had a whole shot, tried to make it happen, didn't work. But it's up to him to calm this team down, rally the troops, and get back out on the field and ball out.
This is a critical drive, man. Momentum's a big thing in college football, and you can just kind of feel us trying to grab the momentum back after 2 big drives. This is going to be huge to try to cash in with 7 here and not just settle for a field goal.
This game's got a great flow to it right now. Great back-and-forth flow to it right now. Let's see if Bama can come up with 7 here off the turnover. Eddie Jackson with the interception moments ago. Derrick Henry the run, and then the face mask, so first down at the 12. Checking over and moving Nicewinder. And there's going to be a timeout called by Alabama. That is their second timeout of the first half. We're going to take a break with them, as Alabama gathering a little bit of momentum to try to tie this game again. Clemson by 7 Bama marching. Stay with us.
(14-7) here at the College Football Playoff National Championship game presented by AT&T. Joe Tess and company. It's amazing to think Clemson's unbeaten with a negative turnover ratio this year. So it's not like they haven't been put in this position before defensively. Deshaun Watson averages about a pick per game, but they also haven't had to play red zone defense against an offense like Alabama.
You know, Dave, and to your point, you go through the recent great upsets of Alabama over the course of the last 6 years, and it's been a minus 18 turnover margin. Turnovers are key to slaying the Dragon of Alabama. Remember, Ole Miss was +5 this year when they had the upset. All right, so here we go, guys. First down at the 12-yard line. We move down to be closer to the action here, Taj. Your defense is scurrying a little bit as they run a little motion, and they're shifting. Out of the shotgun for your offense, Barrett.
Yeah, we're in 2 tight ends right here. So we like to run the ball mostly out of this kind of package, 12 package with 1 running back and 2 tight ends. And as you see right here, we got to run on the first play for a solid game.
Well, I think we know what's going to happen down here. Alabama's going to try to ground and pound and do what they do best, and that's run the ball. And Derrick Henry at some point, I don't know, it's kind of hard to say that he won't get in the end zone at this point.
He's got an end zone every game this year, so hopefully, and including this one, so hopefully.
Hopefully for you, this guy's rooting against it.
Hey, hopefully for me, man.
Second down now on the 9-yard line, 2nd and 7. Coker to pass. And it is incomplete. It'll be 3rd down as he couldn't connect with Ridley. So now they got themselves a little off of down and distance that they like to manage.
And that's why I feel like they should have ran the football right there. Put themselves in a better situation.
What do you think of the play call, passing there?
I like it. We had a guy open, just a little miscommunication there on the play, but Galvin was open. I like it. I think Lane does a great job of keeping things balanced.
Well, they're definitely getting limited to a field goal at this point. No chance they get a touchdown.
Missed the field goal last time.
This is a big play right here. Either way it goes, it's a big
no
big
chance
football
they get a
play.
touchdown.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Got to protect.
Coker coming our way. Ridley, does he get the block? Scoots back. But it should be right on the marker. He should have the first down here just inside the 2-yard line. It was that last little jump cut that got him the first down, Tosh.
And it's always the little pieces of a game.
Here's tempo, guys. Right to the line of scrimmage. Inside handoff, trying to battle for it.
Denied.
He did not get it. Kenyon Drake was denied.
We're on schedule.
Now listen, by going tempo there, you don't have Derrick Henry in the game.
Right.
You want Derrick Henry in a spot like that.
You do, and here he comes right here. He's got 2 more chances to get in. And look, we got the big package coming here. This is a new thing we put in the last playoff game. We got 2 D linemen on the field. As lead fullbacks, they're probably going to line up in the backfield and watch Derrick run right behind him.
Level of confidence, Homer, that you score right here with that jumbo package.
100%.
100%, he says, Taj. 100% it is. Second rushing touchdown of the night.
Let's go! Woo! I love it.
You feeling it?
That's Alabama football right there, baby. Put your big ass in the game on the 1-yard line and run it. Don't get fancy. Pound it in.
I'm telling you.
Love it.
Talk to your man. Go ahead.
Let's go.
Clemson just trying to make it interesting.
Run away with it. I think it's going to be a great football game. Hey, these 2 teams, man, are passing the eye test. These guys, this is the best 2 teams in college football I've seen all year.
You want to know what I love about this game? You're seeing strength versus strength. You're seeing Derrick Henry, Heisman winner. You're seeing Deshaun Watson, feisty, up-tempo pace. You're seeing the best of both sides right now.
We're seeing the best 2 players in college football right now.
This is awesome stuff. This is what it's supposed to look like. We had blowouts in the semifinals. The Natty is living up to the hype. More to come here on the Megacast. Homers continues. Let's walk.
Well, back here on our Homercast, just as Alabama punched it in to tie up this game, what you could hear on the Alabama sidelines were guys saying they got to play for 60 minutes. You're hearing talk of 60 minutes, 4 quarters. Alabama knowing that they've got the strength, the physicality, and the conditioning to push through and wear out this Clemson team. At least that's what they're thinking, Dave.
Yeah, Derrick Henry is wearing them out right now. He's got 14 carries for 98 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Alabama is 5 of 8 on 3rd down, and they're all 3rd and long. Their average to go on third down, Joe Tess. 3rd and 9. So Clemson right now having trouble getting off the field as you send it back to you, Barrett Jones and Taj Boyd.
Yeah, Dave, they want to manage down and distance obviously better than that. We're right next to the Alabama bench right now. It is really, really hyped up down here on our Homers broadcast. So back to business they go with Watson. This is where I think he's most dangerous, Taj.
Getting
He's
him on
so
the edge.
slippery.
Oh, it's very versatile, man. And it's hard because with the misdirection, with the zone reads, with the tempo, I mean, it's just what he does best, and that's create.
I sort of actually like the way he was looking even just prior to the Eddie Jackson interception. Here he goes sprinting near side towards
Smash
us.
concept.
Better get down there with big Jaron Reed.
Big Jaron Reed, you don't want him landing on top of you. That's a headache for sure.
That is a man, not a man-child right there.
There are some men up there front. Here come the third down. We call them dime rabbits. You're bringing this package right here. It's dime rabbits. Rabbits because the fast people.
Tim Williams to our near side. This is where Alabama's a little different now with some of the pass rushing specialists. Let's see what they offer up on 3rd and 4. Has time. And another effort that time from Renfro. But it's going to be 4th down. He's short. He is short.
Got some pressure up the middle there and kind of forced him to throw it a little bit before he wanted to, in my opinion.
So they're going to be punting. If they're punting, we're walking.
Let's
Homers, we can go anywhere. RF, wireless, let's go, boys.
We're mobile homers.
Mobile homers.
We got Taj Boyd, the former ACC Player of the Year. We got the former Outland Trophy Award winner, Remington winner, Barrett Jones. Alabama and Clemson represented right here on the Megacast with the Homers. And here's the punt from Teasdall. And it takes a good Clemson bounce. I mean, a great Clemson bounce. They were fortunate to get it that way. Take a quick break. It'll be Bama back on offense when we return to Homers.
Dave Pash back on the ESPNU Homers Megacast of the College Football Playoff National Championship game presented by AT&T. I am high atop University of Phoenix Stadium. Joe Tessitore, Barrett Jones, Taj Boyd, Kaylee Hartung down on the field. Guys, here's a stat that really stands out to me right now. Alabama has 77 passing yards, 73 yards after the catch. What does that tell you? No shots down the field, all wide receiver screens, short passing game, but it's working for Alabama.
Curious to see what the play calling looks like here, Dave, because Lane Kiffin just spent a lot of time with Jake Coker before he sent him out for this recent offensive series. They start with Derrick Henry right up the middle.
Well, I can assure you that shot will come.
Hey, Mackenzie's slow to get up. Mackenzie Alexander is slow to get up here. He's still down and now seeking medical attention. He's grasping for his left leg. Remember, we got the report earlier today that he had a bad hamstring and that he would be a game-time decision. He's reaching behind his left leg right now.
It doesn't look good. We definitely.
So as the training staff tends to Alexander, we will take a short break. Stay with us.
Well, back on the Homers version of the Megacast, a guy Clemson fans would love to hear from, a guy they'd probably love even more to see on the field wearing orange, is CJ Spiller. I feel like we're talking to nothing but Saints players down here on the sidelines. CJ, how do you describe what this season, the excitement of it and all, has meant to the Clemson family?
That doesn't mean everything. You know, this is a season that everybody been waiting on. We knew this team was very capable of it, and we knew Coach Swinney had the right staff and right people in place to make sure that it happened, and these guys been doing that all season long.
As you watch Derrick Henry take off on that run, what can you say about the body of work Derrick Henry's put together?
I mean, he's done a tremendous job for them. I mean, he works hard. Lucky for him, I know his running back coach, Coach Barrett Burns, so I know the type of work that he put in. And, I mean, to be able to do what he do week in and week out is remarkable.
And sitting next to him at the Heisman Trophy ceremony, Deshaun Watson. Could you describe the development you've witnessed in his game?
I mean, he keeps his composure. He's very calm. He doesn't get rattled or anything. You know, he plays within the offense. So, I mean, it's been exciting to see him play and mature, you know, each and every week. And, you know, his future bright. He's going to go down as one of the greatest ever to put on the orange helmet.
Now, if you're playing in this game, what are you asking your offensive coordinator or call to get you involved?
Let's just continue to execute. Let's see what they're doing. Let's get a feel for what they're doing. If they're trying to keep us, on the inside, let's spread them out and make their linebackers cover. But so far the game plan has been well. These guys are executed. They'll miss a couple plays here and there, but there's still a lot of football left to be played.
A lot of football left to play. A lot of talking left to be done by Joe Test, Barrett, and Taj. Right, guys?
Yeah, we were just sitting back here. From our vantage point, thought that was a first down spot. It's spotted as a 3rd and 1.
Yep. Coach Saban thought it was too. He was a little hot for the first time this game over there. Thought it was kind of a poor spot. Obviously can't see it maybe as well as the cameras up top. But
and now the Clemson fans are roaring, looking for a stop here, Taj.
Absolutely.
And here's Derrick Henry.
Tough to stop that guy for less than a yard.
I mean, that's just when he leans forward once he makes contact at 250 pounds.
6'3", 250. Hard measure on 3rd and 1.
Everyone knows about the 6'3", 250, man, but did you see that speed when he took off on that 50-yard run? I mean,
yeah, he's got it.
When he gets to the second level, he is dangerous.
It's funny, when he was recruited, a lot of services simply listed him as an athlete. Didn't know if he was going to play outside backer, where he would end up.
The first year, we tried him a little bit at backer, I think.
What did he look like?
I think he was, I'm not sure he didn't look bad, but then we gave him the ball a few times against Oklahoma in the Sugar Bowl, and
it was
I think we decided that maybe he's a running back because he's pretty talented.
This is an interesting sequence here because Clemson flipped the field with the punt. Alabama's dug themselves slightly out of the hole. But you wonder if anything gives way before the half or if it's just a managed last 6 minutes here. Coker better watch out. Wow. Shaq Lawson was hunting him.
Shaq Lawson is doing some things right now. He's improving the stock about a seconds, about a plays. Barrett, I do have a question for you. How instrumental were you as the center with the tempo of Bama's offense?
Yeah, center is a really important position in the way we do things. Because we try to take a lot of that pressure off the quarterback and let the center do most of the mic points and the communication. So it's a huge position, and it's good to have a guy like Ryan Kelly in there, the Remington Trophy winner, who's leading that charge.
3rd and 10 now. They're bringing pressure up that B gap. Gets to the outside of it, does Coker. Tried to stiff arm to get a little extra yardage, and then was brought down near the 30-yard line, so a gain of 8. On 3rd and 10.
Big stop.
Coker has used his legs way better than people expected this year.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's running a lot better than I gave him credit for before this game.
Taj, did we spend too much time on the Bama side of the field? Are we due for a visit back to
I think that's the problem.
And regalia?
We got to get back over to the orange.
Hey, we're staying here, man. Things have been going well.
I don't know, man.
Side.
His team just got a defensive stop. J.K. Scott is punting away. I say we move over to the Clemson side of the field before the half here, last 4.5 minutes. Let's see if J.K. Scott can get one off here.
He's about to unleash. There it goes. Woo.
He sent him back again.
Dropped the bomb right
Look
there.
at that hang time, too, man. Not only is he bombing it, that's great.
Fair catch. All right, let's go for a walk here, boys. We'll head over to the Clemson side of things with this game tied up at 14. Let's go upstairs to Dave Pash. Dave, what's going on, my man?
All right, Tess, well, here, just some stats to throw at you guys. So Wayne Gallman, 6 carries, 16 yards. He's averaging under 3 yards per carry. Deshaun Watson, 7 carries. Meanwhile, Watson, 8 of 13 passing, 110 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick.
Here's a run up the middle that time. As Clemson has an opportunity here. 4 minutes and 10 seconds. And they get 4 yards on first down there. Here's Watson. Can he escape? Somehow he does for the moment. Look at Watson. Taj, exactly what I was saying earlier. There are going to be a few times where he will do something that only he can do.
Not many people get out of that situation. I don't think any other quarterback right now gets out of that situation. That's what he does. He's special.
That was crazy.
Clemson
Gotta make that
has
play,
3
man.
timeouts remaining as we're under 4 minutes here in the first half.
first down at the 31. That was batted at the line of scrimmage.
We have a lot of bats on the line of scrimmage. That's a big part. When we can't get there, we're coached to get up and knock that ball down. It's a big part of our game plan, and I wouldn't be surprised if we lead the whole college football in batted down passes, because we get a lot of those.
And look, we need to find a way to convert and try to get some points out of this drive. It'll be big going into the halftime.
Some pressure off the edge again. Tried to set up the middle screen, and they do.
Perfect play call. Threw right into the blitz.
Very good play call against the blitz, wasn't it?
And people don't give a lot of credit to Artavis Scott, man. The guy is very strong, very fast, strong-willed. And at some point or another, he's going to find a way to get loose during this game.
So first down at the 42. Under 3.5 minutes in the half. Play action, has time, and then tries to get free. Almost lost the ball, and then ad-libs that. I mean, how good is this guy when he needs to pull something out of the hat?
He's looking like the best player in college football completely, man. He's been doing an unbelievable job of extending plays right now.
Right now, he's reminding me a little bit of a former Texas A&M quarterback that I never liked playing against.
You know, it's interesting you say that. Deshaun Watson, as the officials are gathering here, let's get the call.
73 of the offense. 5-yard penalty.
That can happen on a play like that.
Absolutely.
Illegal receiver downfield because your quarterback is doing the unexpected. You think the play's drifted a little bit. There you go.
I think it's something the officials are being coached more and more to look for, because, you know, it's a point of emphasis, especially with all the run-pass option plays these days that offenses are putting in their playbook, where they can either run it or pass it. So it's a point of emphasis.
How do you think this Clemson O-line is holding up against this vaunted D-line?
Very well right now.
That was a great tackle there by Reuben Foster.
I don't even know what to say.
Foster's like a human missile.
He is,
this is a guy that just shoots right in, gets after it.
A lot of speed on that defense. Fun to watch.
That penalty really curbed momentum there for a moment.
Yeah, it hurt the team, hurt the momentum. You got to find a way to have a play right now for at least about 9-10 yards.
Delay handoff, nothing.
That play for 9 or 10 yards, that ain't it right there.
So now you get into an obvious passing situation where I think Watson is so much more dangerous when you don't know which way it could go.
That's the thing about it. I mean, in this situation, it's 3rd and 22. There's 2 minutes left in the game before the half. You want to go out here, you want to try to convert, but you want to be smart about it, not try to force anything in this situation.
I look for our guys to rush the passer, but I have a feeling they've been coached to stay in their lanes a little more. I don't think they really want him escaping, getting out in the perimeter.
Here's your 3rd and 22. Watson,
just
from
like
behind, taken down. Took a hard hit that time, and the Bama defense does their job.
Sean Evans, heck of a play by that guy. Another one of our pass rush, another one of our rabbits, as we like to call him.
Rashawn Evans coming in and tracking him down from behind.
That's one thing that is.
Let's get the call here.
Alabama has taken their 3rd and final timeout.
So it was a timeout call. So Alabama has exhausted their timeouts now.
That's one thing I think is going to play a big factor in this game, is with guys like Rashawn Evans and Tim Williams on the edge that have that speed, that are going to kind of be able to track back with a guy like Deshaun Watson who has so much speed. Because a lot of times when you have those big defensive ends in, you know, they lose contain and can't catch up with a guy like Deshaun, but you see the speed there.
All right, I want to put you guys into the coach's shoes here. If you were with the Alabama team right now and you had an opportunity to coach them up, what would you say?
Well, I would tell them to stay in their lane defensively, and I think that's something they're already doing. As far as the pass rush, you've seen Deshaun make big plays, and when we get a chance to wrap him up and bring him down, we got to bring him down. Tempo hurt us early, but I feel like we've adjusted well.
Taj, if you had a chance to coach up your Tigers right now.
Just take a deep breath and play assignment football. You don't have to go out there and be more than what you're capable of doing. Play clean, do what you're coached to do, and find a way to
It's a line drive. Stay away. Just try to angle it away from Cyrus Jones.
That was a good punt. I think we came with the block there. It looked like we were trying to get a little pressure on him.
1:45 to go. Alabama doesn't have any timeouts left. Tie game. It's funny how this game has taken on a dueling banjos kind of effect. And every time one team does one thing, whether it's dynamic with an offensive series, dynamic with defense, the exact same thing mirrors itself on the ensuing possession.
Absolutely. I mean, this game is two powerhouse teams right now. Like Barry said, this is the #1 and #2 team in college football, and they're playing like it right now.
It's a great football game, man. And I look for us to be a little conservative. Here we go, play action. That's what we didn't want.
I am very impressed right now by the pressure they're getting on Coker.
I am too. This defensive line has impressed me. I got to be honest. I wasn't sure how that would stack up. They've been the most impressive thing about Clemson so far to me is the pressure they've been able to get.
Kevin Dowd is having the game right now. You got Kevin Dowd on one side. When Shaq comes back, he's on the other side. I mean, these guys are veterans. They're playing hard right now, and they're leaving it all on the field.
You know what's interesting here, Taj? Your team's got 3 timeouts left.
I'm a little surprised. I thought they would call a timeout after that sack.
I mean, they got 3 timeouts left. They just got a sack, and they're letting the clock count down here towards a minute. Is this being mismanaged right now?
I don't think it's just I think it's a mismanaged right now.
This will be a handoff right here.
And that's exactly what it is, Barrett. I got to tell you, I think that was mismanaged right there with
40
the timeouts.
seconds.
Just called a timeout. I think they missed a golden opportunity to call it on that last play.
You know, you look at 2-minute drills, and there's been a lot of studies done on them. The first down is so key in a 2-minute drill. Your chances of doing a successful 2-minute drill increase exponentially when you get the first down. And obviously, when you start out with a sack, that has the opposite effect, where it almost destroys your chances of being successful.
How even is this game? 179 total yards to 177 total yards.
Evenly matched teams right now.
It's fun to watch, man. I mean,
it is.
I love Alabama, don't get me wrong, but this is a great football game, man. And if you're a football fan right now, there's no place you'd rather be right now than in Glendale, Arizona.
You be a fan all you want to be. That's what this broadcast is.
It's the Homer cast, man. I'm having a good time.
You got the crimson check going. You got the regalia in orange going.
Looks good.
Enjoy. Oh, that's nice right there. That is nice.
That's team issue.
Here's 3rd and 18. Remember, 2 timeouts remaining for Clemson.
A screen,
right in front
draw,
of us
handoff.
here at the 16-yard line.
Or empty.
Going to settle underneath with Ridley.
Oh, no.
He may lose grounds here. Ridley, can he pick up a block?
Stay in bounds.
Ridley just ran in excess of 60
right
yards. Ben Boulware is injured right here at the 6-yard line.
Huge blindside block there.
I think he got blindsided there.
Yeah, Clemson fans aren't happy with it.
Listen, I would say that Clemson can't afford to lose him, but Clemson has proven that guys step up, but he's a big part of what they do.
Hey, man, this game is very high intense right now, very high strung. The fan base is getting into it. And Ben will find a way to get himself back in this game.
Hey, that hurts, man. I tell you what, as an offensive lineman, I've been blindsided a few times after interceptions. That hurts.
Remember, Clemson 2 timeouts left. Right now, J.K. Scott is just about 15 yards away from us right here, trying to punt out of a hole for Alabama. Will Clemson get an opportunity in these final 43 seconds, or can J.K. Scott flip the field here and have the Alabama defense take care of their business?
A little bit of a mental error there to stay in bounds, I think. You know, he wasn't going to pick up the first down. I think he should have stayed in bounds and tried to help him use a timeout. You know, got out of bounds, almost like a free timeout there for Clemson.
So 37 seconds remain after the fair catch by Artavis Scott. 2 timeouts remain for Clemson. And the ball on the 34-yard line.
What do you like?
What's up, Taj?
What do you like here, Taj? When you got 37 seconds, do you prefer the guys that kind of come after a blitz, or do you like when teams drop 8?
Well, I mean, it just depends. I mean, Bama, from a defensive standpoint, is more of a quarters team. Right. Now, if you get a man matchup, you definitely want to take it, but you know, Bama's expecting Clemson to come out and throw the ball deep. We're not going to let it happen. So we just need to try to salvage as many yards as we can and try to get a field goal position.
Let's see what they get on first down here. Watson. Oh, good-looking ball to the 40. I mean,
Great
what
catch.
a perfect way to start things off there.
Really poor
What
job.
did you just say about first down being so critical in spots like
So
this?
critical, and there you go. You got the first down. Poor job by our defensive line, keeping him in the pocket, letting him step up like that.
All right, Taj, here comes your boy. Making something out of it that time at least.
They're playing some
As
football right
Foster's
now,
in on
both
the
of these
tackle
teams.
again.
Reuben Foster is a man out there right now. He's playing a good football game.
So one of those 2 remaining timeouts is used with 19 seconds left.
I go back to it, man. It really changed the game plan, us getting out of bounds on 3rd down. Having this extra timeout in our pocket right now, they're going to be able to look over anything middle of the field, anywhere on the field, whereas if they had no timeouts, it'd be a much different scenario.
It's going through your head. You want points right here, man.
If you get about 15 yards, you're in field goal.
Yeah, you want points right here.
You got to get points going.
Break this tie before the half here.
Big momentum shift.
See if you can get Hugel into position here. He's got a 47-yarder on the year. 37-yard line right now. 30-yard line would be the threshold of where they probably feel comfortable with him. And they are inside the 30 that time with Brooks.
A lot of confusion there on the Alabama front. Didn't get a good pass rush.
Under 10 seconds. Clock is counting. Timeout, Clemson. Dabo's losing his mind over here. Let me ask you a question. It's tough to see from our vantage point. Do you think that the clock stopped with the 1st down there?
The clock never stopped in the 1st down.
Dave Pash, what can you tell us?
You know, I'm watching the replay right now, and I don't think that it stopped. You know, they got to reset the chains, and then on the ready for play, it's supposed to start. I think it just kept rolling.
I think so too, Dave. I think when they earned the 1st down, it kept rolling.
Now they put some time back on there, it looks like, though. They went to 9 seconds, though. All they had to worry about there was, as they were going to spike it, was making sure nobody moved, because then you'd have the 10-second runoff.
So here's Greg Hugel, the redshirt freshman, to come on and try to break the tie before the half in the national championship game. This will be a 44-yard attempt. A redshirt freshman walk-on. He's not even in Clemson's preseason media guide, and he's trying to break a tie in the Natty. That got partially blocked, and it still almost went in. Somebody had to get a piece of that the way the ball was rotating.
Either that or he just didn't hit it well, but it
if
looked
he
like
didn't
a lot
hit
of
it well,
pressure
that was a
middle.
helicopter.
Yeah, a lot of pressure up the
I
middle.
want to take a look at the replay here, guys.
He just didn't hit it well.
I think it looked
that definitely was partially blocked. Watch the rotation of the ball here.
No.
Right there. No, right here.
It looked like a low kick to me. It looked like he kind of drove it in there
But
a
it
little
started helicopter.
I agree.
It didn't have the end-over-end rotation.
Disappointing for Clemson. That's big for Alabama.
DJ Petway, 57. Watch DJ Petway. Right there. And you see the change of the rotation of the ball.
Huge play right there.
Big
Huge
play.
It's always nice to not be down at halftime.
So each team has missed on a field goal.
Yep.
Each team has missed opportunities late here in the 1st half, and now they will close it out.
This will be a handoff left to Derrick Henry.
And that should do it once they do that. Yeah, Derrick Henry getting loose a little bit on that, oh, by the way, let's get to the half. Well, gentlemen, you got a great rooting interest. Where's your heart right now? Where's it feeling? Is it beating calmly?
Absolutely. But look, you got to go into halftime with the score 0-0. You come out and play a fresh half. You got one half. For some of these guys, this is the last half of their lives right now, so they got to come and just focus and get prepared.
I feel good, honestly. I feel like we weathered the storm. I feel like Clemson gave us their best shot right there, and they have a great football team, but I feel like we've settled down defensively. I look for us to come out and play much better defensively in the second half.
I'll tell you, I think it's wildly entertaining. I think it's a greatly intriguing national title game. Dave Pash, hope you're enjoying it too. Back up to Dave.
Hey, you guys are entertaining. Make sure that those guys share an ice cream or something, though, at halftime. As Taj Boyd and Barrett Jones watching their alma maters, and a great game, tied at 14. Total yards almost identical, 195 for Alabama, 219 for Clemson. Each team with a missed field goal, 1 turnover for Clemson, no giveaways for Alabama. And I think a lot of people are surprised. I'll bet people watching that haven't seen Clemson a lot this year are surprised that after Derrick Henry broke that huge run for a touchdown for Alabama's first score, that Clemson was able not only to hang in there, but to actually take the lead on consecutive possessions before Alabama tied the game. One thing that has to be a concern right now for Nick Saban, his quarterback, Jake Coker, is struggling. He's been sacked 4 times, only 82 passing yards. Buick halftime report is coming up. Welcome back to the ESPNU Homers Megacast of the College Football Playoff National Championship game presented by AT&T. I'm Dave Pasch here at University of Phoenix Stadium. We are tied as we get ready for the third quarter. 14-14, and Heisman Trophy winner Derrick Henry, 20 first-half carries. He's on pace for 40 rushing attempts. Meanwhile, Deshaun Watson, 2 touchdown passes, but he did throw an interception, which led to an Alabama touchdown. To call the second half, we go to the field. Joe Tessitore, Taj Boyd, the former Clemson star, and former Alabama standout, Barrett Jones. Fellas?
Thank you very much, Dave. Thrilling national championship first half of football here. Taj, thing that surprised you the most out of this game so far?
Clemson's inability to get Wayne Gallman going in this game. Right now, from a statistics standpoint, he has 8 carries for 8 yards, and Clemson has to find a way to get him going in the second half. Deshaun can't carry the bulk of the rushes this quarter.
What surprised me the most was Clemson's front 4. I'm really impressed by him. They got a lot of pressure on Jake Coker. Without bringing the blitz, that's a dangerous combination. He's really going to have to settle in, make some plays, and get the ball pushed downfield.
All right, blatant bias is a big part of this broadcast. Go ahead and give me your fearless, over-the-top Clemson prediction in the second half.
I think the score ended up being 35-21 Clemson.
How confident are you in that?
Confident.
I've said it all along, 34-20. I'm going to stick with it. We're right on pace. We're going to keep the gas pedal down, and we're going to hopefully pull away at the end.
I think it's been a fabulous game so far here. Clemson and Alabama ready to kick off as Adam Griffith has got that ball teed up at the 35-yard line. Kickoff returns have been good so far for both teams tonight. And this will be fielded at the 6-yard line. They fake the reverse, and it opens up just a little bit of a seam. Let's check in with Kaylee.
Well, guys, the headline at this point, Mackenzie Alexander, he will not return to the game for the Clemson Tigers. We saw him with ice on that hamstring in the first half. Never a good sign when you're putting ice on that hamstring. But Dabo Swinney did confirm to our Heather Cox, Mackenzie Alexander not coming back.
He looked good in the first quarter, but left the game there in the second quarter, so he is not going to return. And Alexander is a big part of what they're able to do defensively, of just lock down the side of the field against the opponent's best receiver. Here's Clemson now on offense. You were asking for Gallman to try to get going, not there, Taj.
No, and it's going to be hard to get him going. I mean, they're going to have to mix it up, give him some misdirection to get Wayne going with some traps and things of that nature.
Yeah, the first drive of each half is always super important. You see here, the halftime adjustments were just made. It'll be interesting to see what the teams do coming out of halftime.
It's a nice stat right there.
Loss of 2. A little bit of pressure here. They run a stunt. He gets it over the middle, complete to the 30-yard line.
What did Saban say at halftime?
I'll tell you what Saban said. He probably said, guys, we haven't played our best game, but we're still in this game and we're tied. Let's go out there and play the brand of football we know how to play. Focus on us, and we'll go out there and win this game.
Third down here. 3rd and 3 at the 30. He's going empty. He could run the ball here, Taj.
Absolutely.
Oh, that was dangerous. Incomplete, so a 3 and out. Hey, you asked him what you think Saban said at halftime. You actually went into the locker room at halftime.
Right. And that's the thing. I mean, going in there, seeing the demeanor of this team, seeing how calm they were, I think it's a scary thing for Alabama at this point. Now, Coach Swinney is saying that come out, play your best half yet. We didn't do what we were supposed to do all the way in the first half. We're in this game. It's close. Go out here and try to find a way to push it up.
Look who's right in front of us here. Cyrus Jones, one of the most dangerous special teams players in the country. Do they play keep away again? Rugby style, end over end, directional kick that doesn't go for distance, but it keeps it out of the hands of Cyrus Jones.
That's the danger of the rugby kick. It might bounce straight up in the air, and thankfully right there for us it did, but you can tell that they're a little worried about Cyrus Jones and the effect he can have on this game.
What did you think of the Bama offense in that first half?
I thought they had
on defense.
They had a good first half. Look, Derrick Henry got going a lot more than I anticipated. Jacob Coker showed that he was elusive, that he can move in the pocket. And that's going to be a test for his defense.
Most surprising thing for me in the first half, was how good the pass rush on Jake Coker was.
Absolutely.
How good they were able to get there with only 4 and not have to bring extras.
Likewise. It's a big half for our offensive line.
Come on over here, boys.
Let's do this. That's kind of a little different wrinkle there. We haven't seen that much all year with Drake and Derrick Henry in the backfield together.
We got Adrian Baker out there coming in from Mackenzie Alexander. Young player from Florida, a lot of potential, but they're going to go ahead and try to test him early in this half.
A little bit of pace here, Barrett.
A little bit of pace.
Coker out of the gun now as they go underneath with Kenyon Drake. Oh, how did he get that edge?
He's shifty.
How did he get that edge?
I do not know how he got around that corner.
He's a weapon, man. I mean, when he's healthy, he's a big part of our offense, and I think we're going to use him in the
I thought they had
second
the lateral pursuit there.
I thought he was wrapped up for sure.
I'll just be ready for the shot at any time. The shot will come. I really believe that Lane Kiffin loves to take big shots down the field, especially when their best corner is out.
You're calling a shot here, Barrett? You think they're going to take a shot here? Wow. There it is. Shot taken and touchdown scored.
Hey, sometimes when you're good, you're good. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, I love seeing O.J. Howard get involved. That was awesome. Great start, like I said. Huge drive coming out of halftime. Set the tone. Looked like a middle area there. He was wide open. I'd love to see that play, how it developed. But great start to the second half. Hopefully more good things to come.
A 3 and out, and then Bama's offense, Dave Pash, goes downfield. And O.J. Howard, with that size, he's as fluid as could be. He's just a big receiver down the field, Dave.
Hey, Tess, that was a complete busted coverage there. For some reason, you had 2 players over there for Alabama and 1 Clemson defender. And as soon as the ball was in the air, that 1 Clemson defender turned around to look, and there was no help whatsoever. That's why Howard was wide open.
Can't get caught looking in the backfield.
That's a big start for
That was
Bama.
huge. That's a big mental error.
To have the defense do what they did and to have Lane Kiffin go downfield to O.J. Howard. And just like that, it's Bama now 21-14. Now, if things hold form, Clemson's going to come right back on them.
Got to, and in this situation, you can't let the momentum shift. You got to find a way to bounce back, battle back, and get some points on.
We got one homer who is smiling. We got another homer who's a little bit concerned for the moment. For the moment, Taj. They've been bouncing back all night long.
It's just temporary.
Temporary. Stay with us.
Adding another Clemson homer voice to our broadcast in Vic Beasley, a guy Clemson fans know well from your ferocity up front for this defensive line for years. Vic, when you look at that last series and the touchdown you guys allowed, what'd you see?
We just made a little mistake, you know, probably a mental error by one of the DBs or something. But I feel like we'll correct it here in the next possession.
Shaq Lawson's gotten so much attention for what could happen in his future. What can you tell us about the guy he is and the potential you see for him at the next level?
Oh, yeah, I knew when I played with him last year that he had great potential. He could be as good as he want to be, and the sky's the limit for him.
As we look at the field, about ready to get set, you've been down here on the sidelines. What have you observed from the way this Clemson team interacts and the chemistry that it has?
Oh, man, they have great energy. I mean, Deshaun's the leader. You know, he's having positive vibes, and the defense has positive vibes. And just look forward to what's going to happen next.
Did you know Dabo had it in him to dab the way he's been doing all season long?
Yeah, he's great. He can dance a little bit. I give him a little bit, but he's working on it.
If Clemson gets this win, you know he'll be dancing and nobody will be able to stop him.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I'll be dancing with him.
Thanks, Vic. Guys.
Joe Tessitore here with our homers. 2 former first-team All-Americas, 1 from Alabama, 1 from Clemson, as Gallman runs out there to the 38-yard line. As for the former ACC Player of the Year, Taj, I'll tell you what, I like that opening play call to run to the outside to stop.
Now look, Alabama's going to do what they do best, and that's plug the middle. Got to find a way to exploit the outside edges and get on it.
Well, good spin move by Gallman, but then he was bottled up there.
Yeah, this is a big drive, I think, for Clemson. You know, Alabama really kind of gets in its comfort zone when it gets up 2 or 3 scores, and He's able to kind of pound the rock and eat clock. So it's a big drive here for both sides.
You just caught my attention. You said Alabama instead of we. Go back to we. It's the Homers broadcast. Enjoy yourself.
We. That's right.
What do you make of the atmosphere down here on the sidelines? I'll tell you what, it's so loud.
Unbelievable. Look, I've never been to a Super Bowl, but I'm sure this is the closest thing to it.
I have, and it doesn't sound like this. Those are corporate sterile events. This is hype.
It's incredible, man. There's so much passion in the stadium right now.
Good block that time, Taj. Crossing midfield. And good leg drive by Zach Brooks. They needed that.
Needed it. Look, that's a veteran guy right there. He's been in plenty of these situations, and that is big. That is big for the momentum. Clemson has to find a way to capitalize and get some points out of this drive.
You can start to smile again a little.
Absolutely.
Here they go with tempo. Here they go with tempo. A little fake pitch there.
As they are inside the 40-yard line here with Deshaun Watson. I just reflect on Deshaun Watson. I sit here. He's playing in a national championship game. A year ago right now, he was recovering from ACL surgery.
Just speaks wonders on what type of character he has, what type of mentality he has. He's a warrior, very much so battle-tested, and he's always ready to go out there and
May have something here.
Touchdown.
May have something here. Renfro.
Throw the flag.
Flag is out. No doubt about it.
That's what we needed right there.
Absolutely no doubt. You cannot. You got
a lot of contact. That's
a lot of contact there.
Ball's in the air. You can't do that.
Hunter Renfro going to come out and MVP of this game right now. I'm telling you.
You get about 1,000 to 1 in Vegas on that.
Oh, my gosh. I'm telling you.
Man, he really didn't have to do that. He was in good position on the guy, but just used his hands a little too much with the ball in the air.
So Taj Boyd is enjoying this drive right here. 21-yard line. Right in front of you, my friend. Right in front of you. Feel the vibe of your old team right here on first down. Here's Watson. Tackled for maybe a yard there.
Those design runs, like I've been saying, up the middle, I just don't see that happening much. Scrambling is what worries me. I've been impressed with Deshaun Watson's overall accuracy, man. I mean,
Barrett, is this the first time you're getting a real good look at him?
It is. I mean, I've only watched 2 or 3 of his games.
There have been moments this season where this kid is as smooth as could be.
He is impressive. I mean, it's not often you get a guy like this who can run, but can also survey the field. And, great play there.
Nearly intercepted that time.
Great defensive play right there.
Micah Fitzpatrick, man, he's an emerging star for Alabama. I think you'll see him next year probably take over that Cyrus Jones role as the premier corner. The freshman came in and has played some really good minutes for us.
He may be one of the best freshmen in all of college football.
He might be.
The way he was able to develop.
Some good character
Look
to
for
show.
this matchup right here with Sharon Peake, Jordan Leggett. This is big on the outside right here.
What do you got here?
Sharon Peake, Jordan Leggett.
Got to get some pressure, but stay in our lane.
Something's going to come down this way on the side of the field. We might have Jordan Leggett on the wheel route right here.
Leggett's right here in the slot to the near side. There he is right here, number 16. Watch out for him.
Watch for 32 to kind of spy Watson. Look at him. He's spying Watson.
It out to the end zone.
Touchdown.
Incompletion.
It was in there.
Huge play.
For almost a full second with Scott.
Game of inches. Game of inches. We needed that one.
That was a great play. Wow.
Oh, look at this replay here. I mean, it was right there.
Ronnie Harrison coming in, a guy who plays for us when we put 6 DBs on the field, coming in and making a huge football play. That's exactly how Coach Saban teaches it. Watch him watch the receiver's eyes, and as soon as the receiver goes to catch that ball, he slaps it out right at the perfect timing.
All right, remember, they got a piece of the last field goal attempt from Heigl.
You got to get the confidence restored.
Oh, we have a guy.
37-yard attempt.
Nice.
And this time able to get the good rotation and right through. So, Clemson at least responds and comes away with points.
We had to come away with points at this point. Obviously,
drive.
Look, we got to find a way to stop Bama. We need about 3 more stops, and we got to find a way to put some points on this game.
Big stop, stopping them for 3. Huge drive coming up here for Alabama. Can't wait to see how they respond.
Taj and Barrett. Stress is starting to build here. We're in the second half. We got a tight game with it all on the line in the Natty. Stay with us with more Homers.
Dave Pash back here in Glendale. Our first field goal of the game, and Clemson pulls within 4 of Alabama. I'm Dave Pash. Let's send you now to Joe Tessitore, Barrett Jones, and Taj Boyd. And I got a bone to pick with you, Tessa. Since this is a homerism broadcast, I'm going to be a homer. You said the Super Bowls are sterile? Well, they might be, But if the team that plays here makes it to the Super Bowl and wins the next 2 games, this place, certainly on Saturday against Green Bay, won't be sterile, big guy.
There's no doubt about that. A home playoff game here is going to be rocking. But you know what those corporate event Super Bowls can feel like compared to this, Pash. I mean, look at this here, right here.
And no great sport in college football.
Of course, Dave Pash is the radio voice of the Arizona Cardinals, and Dave Pash may be calling a Super Bowl on the radio this year. As Kenyon Drake able to keep his balance there on the return.
Kenyon Drake played really well this game.
He is.
He's been a factor.
Kenyon Drake is explosive in the open field. There are a lot of guys in this game, when you look among these 2 rosters, that can break things wide open.
Absolutely.
There are a lot of playmakers on the field.
There's a lot of home run power in this game. It's impressive to watch on field level.
By the way, I feel like it's so much more crowded on your side of the field. Clemson's packed.
I mean, look,
you guys gave out a lot of credentials.
Everybody wants to be over here. Tim Tebow is over here. Joe Shad's over here. It's a nice little crowd out here.
Act like you've been here before, man. You know, all the Alabama fans, we've been here, done that. A lot of them stayed home to watch this one on TV.
This side is packed. Under center now is Coker. Play action. Flag comes in as Coker goes down. And Dominic Jackson is very slow in getting up at the end of that. They got him for holding.
Now, Barrett, you're getting all this pressure during the course of the game. What do you tell your guys around you? How do you prevent this from happening?
Well, you know, obviously you got to protect better. I think we got to get rid of the ball a little quicker. You know, we're holding it back there for a long time, and you know, protection's not just on the O-line. Obviously, I'm biased, but it's on the quarterbacks, on the running backs. It's a total team effort. So we got to get rid of the ball a little quicker at times. But right there, the right tackle just got beat by a really good player in Kevin Dodd.
Second and 17. And Derrick Henry only about 2 yards that time.
And look, in games like this, and in this stature and caliber, you don't want to get behind the sticks early. You know what? It's going to end like that, Barry. It's going to happen like that. It's going to be 3rd and 27.
You don't want to get behind the sticks when you have pass rushers like that.
Well, now you got them on schedule.
Stay on schedule. And that's something we honestly haven't done a great job in this game.
How are we even hearing each other right now, honestly?
It is loud in here, man, especially on this side.
This place is rocking.
Most of the fans are loud. I got to give it to them.
3rd and 15 for Bama. Coker out of the gun. They'll just go with Henry on the ground, and there's going to be another penalty.
Yeah, looks like we got a call for holding again there.
Of course, you wouldn't know anything about holding, Barrett.
You know, I didn't have many holding penalties.
No,
most of the ones I did, you know, I didn't think they were very great calls.
Honestly, how many in your entire career?
I have no idea.
I bet you it wasn't much.
Probably 3 or 4.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Clemson defense did a great job there.
Absolutely.
Great
job stopping in that offense.
The key to limiting your holding penalties, you got to really buddy up with the umpire, you know? He's the one that usually makes those calls. I knew all those guys' names.
Both of you got a little politician in you.
Absolutely.
Oh, sure.
All right, here's J.K. Scott again. Let's see if he gets hold of one or if it sets up a return opportunity for Artavis Scott.
I have a feeling he's about to unleash on one here.
Let's
I'm excited to watch it.
A low snap. No, did not. Now listen, he can muscle it downfield enough, but that's not a typical rotation for him.
Yeah, and it wasn't great hang time either, which is why you see the return set up.
Yep. Had a little wobbly back end to it, a little fishtail to that punt. So
I love
Clemson now.
Passion for the specialists.
So Clemson now, after what I thought was a decent drive, going to be right back out there, only trailing by 4 now. Stay with us.
They passed Joe Tessitore, Barrett Jones, Taj Boyd, Kaylee Hartung in the ESPNU Homers Megacast of the College Football Playoff National Championship game. 21-17, Alabama on top midway through the 3rd quarter. And let's check in with Kaylee, who's standing by with C.J. Mosley.
Well, C.J., if you're back in that defensive huddle, knowing you got Deshaun Watson across the field, what are you telling your guys is going to help you get to him at this point?
Well, you can see from how the game started, the defensive line tried to bottle him in. But he's a good enough quarterback where if you keep him in the pocket, he can play quarterback. That's why he was on the Heisman list, because he can run and play quarterback. As the game progressed, you see Alabama running more games that made him move the ball around and
made them force them making plays outside the pocket. So, I mean, it all starts with the D-line and how they run games on them.
Take me inside and in as best a way you can what this D-line's meeting room is like. You know these guys, and they are some of the most fascinating figures in college football, I think.
They're fierce, tough, and smart. You know, they don't take too much from anybody when they're practicing against each other, especially when they're playing against people on the other side of the ball. They love each other, and you can tell what kind of passion that they play with because they sub guys in and out every play, and they never lose a beat.
And DJ Petway just got to Deshaun Watson, something we haven't seen much of tonight. Reggie Ragland, the guy who's calling the plays for the defense on the field, the general of this linebacking core, he's a guy you know well. What has led him to this moment of taking such ownership over this team in his senior season and the control that he's got?
He stayed patient. You know, he was behind me. He was behind. I'm trying to think of the names. he was behind a bunch of linebackers.
He waited to start behind you.
So what he did, he stayed patient. He stayed smart. You know, he had his moments when he struggled. It was kind of hard to learn the defense for him. And next thing you know, he's out here leading the Alabama Crimson Tide in the national championship. So I mean, it's just a testimony. If you wait your turn and you do the things the right way, and have faith, it'll work out.
Hey, thanks, DJ. We appreciate it a ton.
Thank you.
Guys.
Taj, I love the way Watson's balling right here on this drive right here. Hey, we're with your crowd right now. We're back here in Low End. So I'll tell you, though, he's got a little something to him right now on this drive.
Hey, look, got a lot of spunk to him. The team needs him. He's putting the team on his back right now. That zone read that he rushed for, unbelievable. Great defensive play right here on Hunter Renfrow, and second and 15, and we got to find a way to convert this.
This is a really uncomfortable position for me.
Why is that?
I don't know if you can see me, but on my left, I have Clemson fans, and on my right, I have the sworn mortal enemy of all SEC fans, Danny Cannell.
Cannell, did you just hear what he called you?
He is the sworn enemy.
Look, I give you a big hug, lots of love. How great is this game, though?
It's awesome.
Insane.
It is awesome, Cannell.
I'm just glad he acknowledges that.
Oh, look at Watson. Look at Watson get loose. Oh. Those are those moments. Go ahead. Enjoy it.
Best player in college football. Best player in college football.
No, that guy's across the field.
I don't know what our tally is up to, but we said he had to have about 5 to 7 of only those plays he could make.
But look, and Barrett mentioned earlier, it's not the design runs that are a problem, it's that right there.
Here he is. They got the screen, but they were all over it that time. All over it. Very good bounce back from a 3-and-out and then a Bama touchdown drive. Settled down again.
Absolutely. And those points on that last drive proved more valuable in this situation. Get a touchdown, now you go up.
Hey, they're not in the end zone yet.
21.
I think this is huge here. Hopefully we can get a stop and hold them to 3. I think that'll be kind of a point to grab the momentum back here.
They'll get a touchdown in this drive.
We played really good red zone defense all year.
He just checks out of the stack formation to a slant formation, and now they shift him. Here he is coming out of the backfield. Gallman, one move. Can he hold his balance? No, he was met at the 5-yard line.
That was an unbelievable defensive play right there.
First down.
The way they swarmed, the way they rallied, great defensive play. But look, first down, chains move, you know what's coming next? Touchdown.
That looked like a misassignment to me. I think we didn't adjust well to that motion because nobody really ran out there with him. I think Deshaun Watson saw it, kind of tossed it out there. So this is a big moment here. They got the ball, look like at the 6-yard line. I think the defense is going to stiffen here and make a negative play.
And look, design halfback screen. Tony Elliott's doing a great job of mixing up the game plan, making these guys play 2, 3 deep.
Well, I love the window dressing you just gave him.
From the little I have watched of Clemson, I think this is where they really like to run Deshaun Watson on quarterback. You know, empty it out and run Deshaun Watson. So I'm sure our guys know that.
Timeout. Timeout called by Clemson right here. Play clock was running down, so they had to use the timeout there. It is 1st and goal. Clemson is knocking on the door, looking to take the lead. Come on, my man.
Let's make it happen.
We're back on the ESPNU Homers Megacast. I'm Dave Pash. Wayne Gallman was shaken up. He went to the Clemson sideline. Dabo Sweeney, the head coach, checked in with him. He said, I'm good to go. So he's out there, Joe Tessitore, here on 1st and goal Let's see how this Alabama defense holds up now in goal-to-go situation. This should be a strength for the Tide.
There's a lot of beef on this field on both sides right now.
There sure is. Can he get there?
Oh, he took a big hit.
Reggie Ragland came in with a big.
Got right back up, baby. That's what it's going to have to happen. He's going to take some hits. He's going to get knocked down. He got to find a way to get back up, and that's what he's doing.
Really good play call, though. And there you see in the red zone something they've been doing all year, running the quarterback close down to the goal line.
You know, Deshaun, 12 rushing touchdowns on the year. Gallman is in there. It's literally 10 yards away from us, boys. Here we go.
Here we go. Blitz. Oh, wow.
And they got to him. They shot that gap.
Just blitzed that B gap right there. Made a great play in the backfield.
Hey, that's some tough D right there. But look, 3rd and 1. On
This
the
is
one.
pressure right here.
This is what this game is all about right here.
What a view right here we have. Look at all this beef on the field, man. Even Dana Cannell's over here interested in this. Look, he's taping it.
Touchdown. That was a pressure moment, and Clemson delivered on it. Huge pressure moment right there. And Clemson comes up big and retakes the lead. Wayne Gallman.
You said it, Taj. Most
In
games
from
come
a
down
yard out.
to 4 or 5 plays, and that might be one of them looking back. That was a big play.
And we had such a great vantage point of it right here. So comes to, you called, comes to the back end zone.
Absolutely.
You said, let's go for a walkover.
Got to. Walk-on kicker. Walk-on receiver. And we're going to walk out with this victory.
So now the extra point attempt by Heigl to make it a 3-point margin as Clemson marched right down the field, knocked on the door, and busted right through. As Heigl puts it through. What do you say we visit with our good friend Todd McShay? Todd, you and I just chatted moments ago. Everybody's overly impressed with Deshaun Watson, but a lot of guys are balling out here tonight. With your scout's eye, who's improving stock here tonight? What are you seeing?
Well, I think, first of all, Watson, he's making NFL throws. They've just opened this thing up and said, we're going to let Watson take over. With 4 or 5 receivers, letting him make good decisions. The ball's coming out on time, and the ball placement's outstanding. Even some of the incompletions, the ball's right there. So that's been really impressive. The wide receivers for Clemson are making a lot of tough catches in traffic. And it's been interesting watching Alabama on the offensive side. Jake Coker is the one player in this game, I think, that is not playing up to his ability or potential. And so he's going to be the big key, I think, moving forward. He's got to settle down, relax, and if the first read's not there, he's got to get to his second guy. He's too slow on that first to second progression. That's leading to a lot of the pressure issues that they're having.
KG veteran, they know where to find good real estate. Not as crowded down here. You got McShay, you got Rosillo, you got the guy that you've termed the mortal enemy of all that is the SEC, the lovable Danny Cannell. Not so lovable, we know, Ryan.
No, he's not a bad guy.
And we're continuing on here with the Homers broadcast with former All-American from Alabama, Barrett Jones, and one of the all-time greats to play at Clemson, Taj Boyd. Kenyon Drake slips down on the return. Let's check in with Callie Hartung.
Brian Dawkins locked into the game. Hard to tear you away from it, but I promise you can watch it on the Jumbotron right up here. As you watch, we got to get outside the box or I'm going to get in trouble, maybe kicked off this field. Brian, you watched that last drive by Clemson. What did you see as it developed?
Well, they're taking care of the ball. They're not penalizing themselves by holding and doing stuff like that, and they're moving the football. They've been doing it the whole game, but they've been hurting themselves.
Now, as Clemson's defense gets back on the field, what do they need to continue to do to neutralize Jake Coker in the way that they have?
You just have to stop the run first. That was a communication flaw with the touchdown. Stop the run first, make the quarterback beat you in this game.
Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kelly. Derrick Henry is always that crush. You go ahead and take all the selfies you want, my friend.
Selfie it up.
Enjoy yourself.
This is a hell of an atmosphere right now.
I'd say.
It's a great atmosphere. I'm not enjoying myself quite as much as I was earlier, but hopefully we can rectify that here. Alabama's been bringing a lot of tight ends in the game on this drive. I think they want to try to kind of pound it a little bit. Bringing number 89, kind of a specialist, Brandon Green, a bigger tight end that used to play offensive line into the game. Usually that means it's a run.
2nd and 7. Coker, O.J. Howard with a lot of room in front of him. And O.J. Howard is playing a big role tonight. Of course, had the touchdown to start this second half. Would you guys like to circle around a little bit? Barrett, would you like to go over this side of the field?
Absolutely.
All right. We're going to have you walk behind us here on the Homers broadcast. Taj and Barrett with Joe Tessitore. We're moving on. Guys, nice visit. Enjoyed it.
Let's get out of this sea of orange, head back over to the Crimson.
So as we walk along the back of this end zone here, it is a first down at the 36 for Alabama. O.J. Howard putting them into position. Now back to the running game, and once again, Clemson front doing a good job. Christian Wilkins, the true freshman from Suffield Academy in Connecticut, coming up with a tackle.
That front four continues to impress.
I don't know that it's any more quiet over here, but it is a new location.
It's home. Home is where the heart is.
Back home, says the bigger homer. Let's go check in with Dave Pash. Dave, what do you got?
Hey, guys, it's just interesting. We continue to see the shorter throws by Coker. You had the one busted coverage on the touchdown, but can Alabama win? I'm curious what Barrett and Taj think, and you too, Tess. Can Alabama win with the short passing game? Derrick Henry's got 25 carries. How many more times can he touch the ball?
What do you think of the balance of offense and the approach Alabama's taken here?
Well, it's the national championship, last game of the year. I think Derrick Henry is in tremendous physical condition. He can touch the ball plenty more times.
This would be a big stop for your defense.
Absolutely. This place is electric right now.
3rd and 9.
Well, this is a big, big opportunity for Clemson's defense.
Coker with time. And that is incomplete.
Gotta make that catch, man. That's a big play in this football game.
Big play by the defense.
Drop that.
Travis Blanks, great stop on that defensive side of the football. Boys playing their hearts out right now.
Picked up the pressure well, rolled out to his left, did a good job moving the pocket. Richard Mulaney's been a really trusted guy for us all year. He just couldn't come up with that football.
Momentum is with Clemson right now. That was a big stop on 3rd down. Coker to punt again.
Not a good punt.
That was not a good punt at all. Did not get a good hold of that one at all. He has had a shakier night than what we're used to. As Scott had to come up to field it, and Clemson will take over with 2:44 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. 24 to 21. Are you starting to look at that clock a little bit and saying, all right, how can we manage this thing maybe a little bit, keep moving the ball down the field, get ourselves to the 4th quarter in position?
Hey, absolutely. You got to put points on the board at this point, but you got to go out there and just play ball. You don't want to limit it. You don't want to get too conservative. You got to go out there and do the things that make you successful.
Not conservative, but if you could get to this 4th quarter on this drive with a 3-point lead.
Huge.
Here's the pitch. And chased down in the corner that time.
Nice little rush by Ray McLeod right there.
A lot of creativity on offense tonight by Clemson, finding ways to kind of run the ball in untraditional manner, whether it's into rounds or options, or there's just a lot of different creativity. I can tell that's something they've worked on a lot.
2nd and 6 now as he sprints to the outside. And that was well off the mark. Once again, looking for Hunter Renfro. So it'll be 3rd down for Clemson.
Really big play here.
Big opportunity miss right there. Had him. Oh, man.
That was a rare miss.
Rare. And he'll settle down, get back in the zone, and try to make it happen in this play right here.
And Alabama with a chance.
It's a big-time conversion right here.
To get the defense off the field. 3rd down and 6 from the 42. On the slant, gets it complete. Past midfield for a first down.
Came out quick, on time, defense there was nothing that they could do about it at that point.
That was just incredible accuracy by Deshaun Watson right there. You got to hand it to him. Pretty good coverage on the play by Ronnie Harrison. He put it in a spot where only his guy could catch it, and he made a great play with his hands.
Play action off the jet motion, and then they come back to it with Scott. So right now, total yards, Clemson with a 345 to 278 edge and a 3-point margin on the scoreboard. Under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter.
We really need to stop here defensively. They've kind of imposed it well a little bit this second half so far. Obviously made some good halftime adjustments. Really need to get off the field here.
Play action again.
Throwback.
Looking for a throwback right towards us. And he almost had it.
Really good eye discipline there by Reuben Foster. Didn't look at the ball too much, looked at his man, and you can see him tracking back across the field and be in good position to make that play. He's had a good game tonight for us.
We need a play call there, throwback.
Oh, I think it was creative. Thought it was a good chance, good shot. Sometimes you're going to have to make some breaks to the game, and you got to take shots like that.
So Wayne Gallman off the field as Zach Brooks is in at the running back position for Clemson.
Watch the see here of 32 spies Watson again.
3rd and 8, extending the play.
And there you
staying
see it.
alive and then finally taken down.
Exactly what I was saying, 32 Rashaan Evans. That was one of their halftime adjustments. They turned him into a quarterback spy. And you see when he left the pocket right there, he saw an opportunity to attack downfield, came up with a huge play on 3rd down.
It almost demands you do that with Deshaun Watson.
I mean, you have to. You have the guy that's spying him the whole game. Oklahoma last week got a little cocky, figured they'll just play the regular game, and Deshaun's able to hurt you. Now, situations like this, when you got a guy running after him,
Bama's first sack of the game.
I mean, that was a cover sack right there. Nobody was open in that situation.
The first sack of the game comes with a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. I mean, he kept that thing alive. He is such a superb athlete.
He is.
Here's another low line drive punt that takes a superb bounce. Listen, these things don't look pretty, but effective when you're playing keep away.
And you want to change the field position. Game's all about field position. And that right there is maybe one of the key points to this game.
I want to see where they mark this here. It looks like about the 5-yard line right here.
Frustrating bounce for Bama fans right there. That's frustrating.
Defense did their job, but special teams right there.
Right, let them down right
Flip
there.
the field, get a good bounce, and now they got him in a hole with 43 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Joe Tessitore, Barrett Jones, Taj Boyd with you, the Homers broadcast. How desperate are you right now for a chunk play?
You know, I think this is about to be a statement 95-yard drive that turns this whole game around. These are the kind of moments where we've come up big in history and made big drives when we needed them.
How much would you love a turnover right here?
Hey, we need one right now. But as a player, and I'm an OC right now, I'm taking a shot right now regardless, just because we're backed up.
Instead, you may get a steady dose of Derrick Henry.
It seems that way. Really always nice to stay on schedule. Here we are, 2nd and 5. Good play on 1st down, getting 5 yards, setting us up with a manageable 2nd down. This is kind of our comfort zone.
Coker looked like he was trying to deal with communication with Kiffin right there. This could be the last play of this 3rd quarter. A 3rd quarter where Clemson roared back. And Henry only gets about 2 yards that time.
Really good play there by Peter Boulware. Did not fall for the jet sweep at all. Just kept his eyes.
Think about the way this 3rd quarter started. A 3-and-out, a Bama touchdown. They had all the momentum.
Absolutely.
Watson just took it on himself there.
And with Clemson grabbing the momentum right now going into this 4th quarter, huge. Whoever goes into the 4th quarter up, I think wins this game.
This is what homers do.
Get your 4s up.
They think they're still on the team.
Get your 4s up.
I'm telling you.
I'll put them up too.
We love this situation as a Clemson team.
It's going to be a good one. The 4th is coming. Will it be Clemson's first national championship since 1981? Or will Bama have claimed or earned number 16 in their grand history? We got 15 minutes to decide it. The beginning of the 4th quarter, with Bama facing a 3rd and 3 from the 12. You expect them to dig out of the hole here, Barrett?
I do. Let me tell you, Tess, this is what we talk about all year. We talk about the 4th quarter. This is where Alabama separates itself from the competition. Big play here. Big miss there.
Coker's got to hit that.
He does. That's an open receiver, good play call.
Coker is not playing great football.
He's not playing up to the standard right now. I've seen A.J. McCarron come in games like this down the stretch and find a way to finish, find a way to make plays when they need to be made. It doesn't happen when it matters early in the game. It all happens on how you end the game. And right now, I think he's got to find a way to step it up.
So now J.K. Scott, about 4 yards into his own end zone, with Artavis Scott right about midfield, looking to put Clemson in incredibly good field position here early in the fourth quarter.
Really need a good punt here from J.K. Big moment. And we get
He muscled it to get a fair catch. Once again, not some of his best work, but able to muscle it out to midfield. We're going to take a short break. The Homers are with you here on the Megacast. Stay tuned, more to come. Clemson leads Bama here in the fourth.
Dave Pash back in the ESPNU Homers Megacast. Clemson, you can make the argument, has been the best fourth quarter team in college football the last 5 years. They have the longest active winning streak when they have a lead going into the fourth quarter. They're up 24-21. They have the ball in midfield as we send it back to Joe Tessitore down in the field.
And Dave, if I told you Derrick Henry would have 149 and 2 touchdowns right now at this point, you'd say Alabama's managing a lead. Instead, they trail as we start this possession in the fourth quarter. And once again, trying to get to the outside with Artavis Scott. We've seen that a few times tonight.
And that's the thing. In this drive right here, great field position, unbelievable field position. And these guys are going to go out here, they're going to put one in the end zone, get up 10. Sounds about right.
The perimeter runs have been a little bit of a problem for us. Hopefully we can get that cinched up here.
Well, you know you can't run up the middle against Alabama, so that's the best course of action.
It's like banging your head against the wall.
First down at the 40 for Deshaun Watson. Wayne Gallman back in there. He fumbled the ball. Just taking a peek at the small monitor I have next to me to try to get a look at it as we're about 30 yards away from the play here.
DJ Pitway got a big hit on Deshaun Watson, too, and then that recovery.
Lifesaver.
They missed the exchange. Dave, what did you see?
Guys, it looked like actually the snap wasn't where Watson wanted it, so by the time he corralled it, it was a poor exchange with the running back, and Watson with a heads-up play.
2nd and 12 now. Here's a quarterback run, but they were able to close that gap.
Really quick.
That's critical with him.
So, again, I don't really necessarily like the design runs. You let him push it down the field a little bit, let it develop, soften the coverage, and then he can take off. With a situation like that, Alabama's too fast and closed the gap way too well.
Big moment here. Big moment here.
Huge down right here.
This is huge.
Huge.
Big great also to keep him out of field goal range.
From the 40.
Yes, sir.
What does Watson come up with here?
Watch for Rashaan Evans to be spying again. I fully expect him to be in that spy position.
Downfield they go, and it is incomplete.
Big play by Bobby Humphrey in a great position. Excuse me, Marlon Humphrey. His dad was Bobby Humphrey. In a great position there to make a nice play downfield.
Bobby Humphrey, one of the great Alabama players of the past, the father of Marlon Humphrey, who came up with the coverage play there. That was a very big moment.
That was a victory by Alabama right there.
I agree.
To be in that situation, to
consider they got the ball midfield.
Oh my gosh, man!
And they got a first down.
Absolutely.
It'll be interesting to see here if they stay with a rugby-style punt. Obviously, that would risk kind of a touchback situation. So I kind of expect him to pop this one up a little more.
Yep, they do. They put the nose down to try to get back rotation and a little height on it. And man, oh man, the coverage was right there, but it's going to go for a touchback.
That's
so
big,
to
big
your
play.
point, a swing there. Alabama was in trouble right there. Defense did their job. Special teams couldn't cover inside the 5. And now a little bit of life again, an opportunity. But Coker is choppy. They need to get into a rhythm here.
Hey, big drive upcoming. None of that pass matters. That's exactly what Lane Kiffin's telling Jacob Coker right now. Go out there and make plays that you're gonna remember the rest of your life. The past is gone. The future is now. Let's go out there and make plays and come up with a huge game-winning drive.
You keep looking up at that clock. What are you feeling?
Look, Clemson is going to do what we need to do right here. Look, 3 and out.
Well, the last time Mark Ingram joined our Homercast, Derrick Henry ripped
just still have to be balanced, and we can't be playing behind the chains. We've been playing in a lot of second and behind, a third and behind. But
if you throw like Coker there,
right,
you'll get another first down.
Right, we just got to stay balanced. That's a good way to start the drive. We got to be able to run the ball effectively and efficiently. We have to take care of the football and stay ahead of the change, not behind of them.
You know, as I've been on this sideline, I've heard guys saying all game long, 60 minutes, we got 4 quarters. How do you explain the Alabama mentality in the fourth quarter?
We pride ourselves on the fourth quarter. Our off-season workout program is called fourth quarter program. You might be beating us for 3 quarters, but, we're going to make you play 60 minutes. And we're going to keep playing until the fourth quarter's over.
And if you have it your way, Derrick Henry will keep running like he just did on that last one. Thanks, Mark.
Yep.
Guys.
That almost felt like a make-or-break first throw of this series by Jake Coker to Stewart.
That was a huge throw. Kaylee, can we just keep Mark on the rest of the game? I feel like good things happen when Mark's talking.
Let me tell you something.
Big play.
Good things are happening with this defensive front.
Absolutely.
This defensive front has done such a better job than people anticipated.
Yeah, look, the outside guys on the edges, the corners, the safety, they're coming up and making big plays. B.J. Gibson's having the greatest game in his career.
That was a big tackle against a strong man right there.
It really was.
That was a big, big tackle. Because if he can break contain right there, he's picking up a big game.
So now it's 3rd and 11. And Coker is going to have to come up with something here. He opened up this drive with that good strike to Ardarius Stewart. What will he have here?
In my opinion, this is the loudest I've heard the stadium all night right now.
They send some pressure, pick it up, airs it downfield, and it is complete to Ardarius Stewart again.
That was incredible. The timing on that was awesome. He even turned his head around for the very last second, came up with a huge play. That could be season-changing. That was awesome.
So
Watch him get his head around here late.
Bama is in field goal range already enough to tie this game, but can they take the lead? Derrick Henry just bulldozing ahead right in front of us right now to the 16-yard line.
Hey, Joe, you mentioned earlier about the throw that he made. You said that was one of the best throws he had made all night. And now you can see his confidence growing a little bit. The team's going to need that. And the defense over here has to find a way to rally. Look, unbelievable play right there. Nothing you can do about it. You just got to find a way to bounce back from it.
Here's 2nd down right in front of us, guys, as Bama has got a little bit something going on offense now. Coker to pass. Vertical release to Ridley. Couldn't stay with the ball.
Went
up and tried to hide.
Great play by Adrian Baker.
Adrian Baker, who's playing for
Mackenzie Alexander.
Hey, great throw. He gave his guy a chance to make a play. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. Good route, good throw. Just a better play by the defensive guy.
Let's check in with Dave.
Hey guys, you could have made the case that was pass interference. He had a hold of his jersey while the ball was in the air. Great play.
Interesting. So instead, Dave, it's 3rd and 8 now from the 16. Coker. High and incomplete as he was looking for Stewart again. Lane Kiffin's about 8 feet away from us right here, and he was very upset. You can see him complaining right here to the head linesman.
A little bit of pressure in the middle of the pocket. Kind of made him throw that one off his back foot, so kind of sailed it a little bit. Still a good drive.
Remember what we said about Adam Griffith. Adam Griffith earlier this year missed his first 4 field goals. He tends to be a streaky kicker. He's either on or he's off. This to tie the game. 33-yard attempt for Adam Griffith. I can't wait to see your reaction here.
Looked like it was,
Boom! Breaking tendencies. Had a great time. That was huge. A lot of confidence.
Can I just say this? A tie game in the 4th quarter. We are worthy of this right now.
Hey, look.
These 2 teams are worthy of this right now.
This is the way it's supposed to be.
This is awesome.
This is awesome.
Don't change the channel.
Two Giants playing right now.
Sell it, Barrett. Sell it.
I love it, man.
You tied the game up here, man.
This is incredible.
Good bounce back by Griffith after he had the miss earlier tonight. All tied up for the Natty.
Back in Glendale, I'm Dave Pash. I'm up in section 422, surrounded by Clemson fans. And Joe Tessitore, as I look in their eyes, I see confidence.
Outside kick! Outside kick!
Oh!
What a call!
Did that just happened?
What a call.
Oh! They came up with a brilliant one. Look at this.
What a
How
play.
about this? Marlon Humphrey. Dabo's going nuts. Alabama pulled it off the kickoff.
Wow.
Look at the replay. A little chip
What
onside
a kick by Adam Griffith.
You
What a
couldn't
kick.
place it any better.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's get the call here. Are the officials going to clean things up?
I'm not sure what the argument is. What's
Well,
going on up there?
perhaps
Legally caught and recovered by the kicking team
Legally
beyond
caught.
10 yards beyond this kick spot. The advance is not allowed by rule. The ball is dead at the spot where first possessed by Alabama.
Dave, clue us in.
Hey, Tess, Dabo is upset. He thinks Alabama was offside before the kick, and it was darn close.
Dave, the great irony of the ACC title game and everything coming full circle when North Carolina, the call of the onside kick, went against them.
That was a great point, man.
What a gutsy call by Coach Saban right there.
You
That is
talk about
gutsy.
guts. Fourth quarter, tie game, 10:30 to go, and he pulls that off.
As Bill Rafferty would say, onions. That was big.
Yeah. How about cantaloupes?
Yeah.
So Alabama has the ball at midfield.
Let's see if we can turn this into something.
Well, that's the thing. Now what do you do with it? It was Coker who sparked things on the last drive. Here they go to Henry. And once again, this front of Clemson has been superb tonight. Superb.
Look, they've been battling the whole game. These guys are out here tired, man. It's late in the game. It's fourth quarter. Energy's high. And they got to find a way to rally. Like I said, unbelievable gutsy calls. Crazy how everything comes full circle. Unbelievable point right there, man. These are the makes and breaks of the game right here.
With the way this front four is playing, it looks like this game's going to come down to Jake Coker's arm. Let's see if we can make some plays here in the passing game.
Let's see on 2nd and 11 here. Here he is back to pass again. He's going downfield and wide open is Howard again. And for the second time tonight, O.J. Howard is done. Look at Barrett Jones.
That was awesome.
I'm sick over here, man.
Maybe another busted coverage, but hey, I'll take it. That was awesome. What a game by O.J. Howard, man. He came to play tonight. Talk about draft stock over there with top of the cherry. This is really going to help his draft. He's playing unbelievably.
Onside kick called by Nick Saban in the fourth quarter of a tie game at the national championship. And then O.J. Howard cashing the lottery ticket there. O.J. Howard's second long touchdown of the night.
Wow.
It's not over
No,
yet,
definitely
Tosh.
not even close to being over. That was a big momentum swing right there, man. I'm telling you.
There's a lot of game left.
We got to get something going. Alabama's on the road
Clemson
right
had
now.
control of this game. Clemson had control of this game. The long field goal drive, the onside kick, and the big strike to Howard, who didn't have a touchdown catch all year. But he's such a matchup problem, and they've struggled in coverage against him. Bama is back, 31-24.
Dave Pasch back on the ESPNU Homer's Megacast. And you know, Joe Tessitore, what was really the upset? It wasn't that Saban tried an onside kick. He smiled afterwards. Cracked a little smile for the first time.
Yeah, reason to smile. The kickoff going right over our head for a touchback. You know, Taj said something to me during that commercial, but we were saying, think about the pressure spot of this game. To call the onside kick there. You made a comment that I think is so fitting. Tell the folks what you said to me.
I said that's the stuff that makes coaches like him legendary.
It really is. Now, you got to win the game.
Absolutely.
This game is far from over the way it's gone tonight.
And this right here, this response by Clemson's offense is going to have to be huge.
But those are the kind of calls that make legends. Now we will see if an emerging young legend at quarterback can come up big here and tie this game.
This is
what a start. A really nice strike to Renfro.
Hey, Bear, last game of the year, Cotton. Anything can happen.
No doubt. Have y'all ever been a part of a game where there's this many dramatic momentum swings? I mean, I feel like each team has had the dramatic momentum taken from them 5 or 6 times. It's incredible.
It has been a year of crazy endings in college football, and we may have one here. Look at Clemson respond with Wayne Gallman. Woo! How about this?
The Wayne train, baby.
Response.
The Wayne train comes in clutch when needed.
I don't know how this thing's going to finish up, but this is one of the best played football games we have seen on this stage in a long time.
In a long time.
We got to calm down here. Red zone defense is one of our strengths. Calm down and hold them to 3.
Texas Southern Callous right here.
Maybe, my friend, maybe. First down. And he pulls it and is tackled for a loss.
Hand right there. Man, that was an excellent play.
Former #1 recruit in the country who tries to find playing time. That's how loaded this defense is. And Deshaun Hand comes up real big here, tracking Deshaun Watson.
Enormous play. Negative plays when you have somebody driving like that. That's just what can really kind of take the momentum from this kind of drive.
Empty set here. 3 receivers to the top here on 2nd and 13. All just beyond the 20-yard line. Little 4-yard hitch and then a dive forward.
Great recognition by Deshaun Watson there. Sees the blitz, throws right into the void left by the defender. Takes the easy 8 yards or whatever he got there. That was nice.
It's a good safe play right there. Put him in 3rd down and conversion rate. I got a chance to make something happen right here.
3rd down and 7. I think Taj's face will say it all. He's got time to the end zone. Nearly intercepted.
And he really got licked right there, man. Deshaun Watson got hit pretty hard right there by Jonathan Allen, who's the best pass rusher on our team. Hasn't done a whole lot tonight, but made a big play there.
So now, in a drive that started so promising, Greg Hugel will come on, and Hugel will try to cut into this Alabama lead with 7:51 remaining.
Absolutely. Hey, look, I'm in this situation. 7 minutes to go. Alabama runs the ball best. I'm going to try to spice it up and do something different right here.
31-yard attempt from Hugel.
Got it.
And he put it right through. Now, here's the good news there. They didn't get 7, but they didn't waste a lot of time, and they put points on the board. Clemson responds. Bama's still up, now by 4.
(31-27) Alabama. The Tide will get the ball. To be interesting. Do they hand it to Derrick Henry? Do they take some deep shots? Because Clemson's given up 2 long touchdown passes, breakdowns in the secondary. We'll see. Right now, let's check in with Kaylee Hartung down on the field.
Well, Dave, as Deshaun Watson came off the field after the play that ended that last drive when he was on the field, he was literally picking grass out of his helmet. That's how hard his head hit the ground. That's how deep his face mask was in the grass. As he came and sat down in a chair on the bench, he was messing with his right eye. He just couldn't seem to figure out what was wrong. Trainers came over, put some gloves on, used some eye drops, but he just gave him a thumbs up. He's fine.
So here's the kickoff. He got under it a little too much, so it's fielded by Drake at the 5-yard line. And Drake, if he gets to the outside, is going to have a good return. Kenyon Drake to midfield and beyond. Oh, my! Kenyon Drake diving into the end zone. Touchdown. 95-yard kickoff return. Touchdown by Kenyon Drake. Look at Barrett Jones. That's what a Homer broadcast looks like, folks. High-fiving his old teammates, his old SID even. That was unbelievable. Look at this scene on the near sideline with us right here. Kenyon Drake with one of the great kickoff returns you'll see in championship history. Stepping down the sidelines. Watch his feet here. Did he stay in?
He was in there. He was in there.
What a play.
You know what?
From up top, you don't think he lost possession at all of that ball before it came out. On the replay, it was wobbling.
Not only what a play, but if you know the story of the past year, what a player to do.
So why don't you go ahead and tell us about it?
He had one of the most gruesome broken leg injuries you'll ever see. And he was at the absolute prime of his season last year. Was out for the year, came back, touchdowns to call. Came back, and then breaks his arm this season.
What a play for a great kid, man. That's awesome. That's something he'll remember the rest of his life. That's a great moment. Huge play in this football game.
95-yard kickoff return touchdown just when Clemson had closed back into it again. And think of the role now that special teams has played just in the past couple minutes. An onside kick, a kickoff return. Let's check in with Caleb.
Well, Tess, when Kenyon Drake broke his arm in the Mississippi State game this season, a metal plate 9 screws went into his right arm. The scar visible between his wrist and his elbow on the inside of his arm. He only missed 3 games through that, barely missed a practice. Kenyon Drake in a season where he does not want to be denied, even if he knows Derrick Henry is their #1 option running the ball.
Barrett, for that to happen right in front of you, with all your old teammates right next to you and the support staff, that'd be thrilling.
That was awesome. I gotta be honest, I'm glad I didn't run on the field because I really wanted to go run over there and celebrate with my guys. What a moment. I was 10 feet from the action. It was all, I couldn't control I went over there and chest bumped one of our guys, man. I was fired up. This is a great, great moment.
For about 30 seconds there, you were no longer on this broadcast team. You were still on that team.
I forgot I was on TV, but hey, it was awesome. Pure emotion.
Listen, Clemson's responded every single time. Now they have to do it again. High, arcing, deep kickoff where he takes a knee. 7:31 remaining. I mean, plenty of time.
It's plenty of time for Clemson to get back in this game right now. 38-27, 7:31. We got to get a quick score, get a stop, get another score. That's the obvious. But if it's any team that can do it, it's Clemson.
Hey, the crowd is live right now. You hear these guys. They are live, man. They are fired up.
You want to go visit them, go ahead, man.
I might want to.
Have some fun. Let's go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Come on, we're on TV.
Enjoy yourself. Go ahead. Enjoy yourself, Barrett. Enjoy yourself.
Let's go.
Meanwhile, back to action here with Deshaun Watson. And he has met at the line of scrimmage. Ball came loose, but he was down.
This is where
let's get back to work now, my man.
#1 defense in the country has to come to play right here. This will be exciting.
Taj, what do you want to see out of your own offense here?
We just got to get some energy going. The momentum is shifted heavily in Alabama's direction, and we got to get something going.
Just take what's in front of you. That was a smart play, and Gallman's a big-time player.
Big-time player. Never seen him fall backwards. Look, the guy keeps his feet moving at all times. One of the most complete backs in the country. And he's going to be a key piece of this team wants to win this game.
So Watson now with a first down at the 38-yard line.
Long way from over right here. We got to lock in.
Absolutely. Gallman flanking him. Little bit of pressure. He steps up and he's taken down.
You saw right there, Reuben Foster and 4 down fronts has been the spy. Deshaun Evans right there, the guy who made the play, has been in the 3 down fronts. He's been the spy. It's worked pretty well in the second half. Kind of keeping him in the pocket, eliminating some of the scrambling plays he made in the first half.
It seems as if Alabama front 4 is getting a second win. They're pushing, they're pursuing. The Clemson offensive line has to do a better job of holding ground.
Here's 2nd and 13. Able to escape that. And then able to find his man out to midfield. And Gallman is so balanced. Look at Gallman go. Another big play inside the 30 and then forced out there. Woo. Wayne Gallman time and time again.
Oh, man, one of the most electric players in the country. And that was a big big play for this Clemson football team right now.
Keep in mind, you talk about gutsy. He left this game with an injury and had to go to the locker room and then came back out.
What a warrior, man. Look at this guy in here battling for his team, making a play like that down the stretch. That's awesome to see. I don't care who you root for.
That's BYOG right there. Bring your own guts, and he showed it right there.
Absolutely.
Every time you think one team might be having a leg up in this game, it seems like the other team kind of responds and makes plays, man. It's an unbelievable game by two unbelievable teams who are on a mission.
Bama just took a timeout. You know, one of the central themes of previewing this game was the big breakout performance, the one big play, the big moment. Right now, check the box for Kenyon Drake. That's all that's separating this game on the scoreboard right now. I mean, that's it. They've gone toe-to-toe, back and forth, and then you have Kenyon Drake with one singularly exceptional moment. Let's check in with some of the statistical superlatives with Dave.
Yeah, Joe, so Deshaun Watson has accounted for almost 400 yards total offense, 311 passing, 73 rushing yards. Let's see if he can get Clemson in the end zone here.
Sublime performance by Deshaun Watson, Heisman finalist, and clearly one of the very best playing the position today.
A little conservative here, it seems like. He's really been checking it down effectively this drive, taking what the defense gives him, doing a good job of not pressing and getting those completions underneath.
2nd and 3 now. Ball just inside the 20-yard line. As they go trips to the top and now running the man in motion. Watson looking over his options, batted, and nearly intercepted.
Game of inches, man. Wow.
Nearly intercepted, so it'll be 3rd down.
It's dangerous up there.
Huge play in this football game right here.
This game is so electric right now.
Third down and 3. Swinging it out of the backfield and muscling his way for a 1st down that time.
Man, great recognition by Deshaun Watson. He's impressive.
And that was a big conversion right there. My gosh, I'm so locked into the game right now. I don't even know what's going on. So, hey, so intense. I'm sweating. My heart's beating for this team. I really want for these guys to go out and punch it in.
You should.
In the next 30 seconds.
You help build why they're in position to even do this right now. 1st down. Into the end zone, yes!
Big play, big time. That's what I'm talking about right there.
What do you think here? Do you go for 2?
Woo! It ain't over. It ain't over till it's over. Tigers.
We said it. This thing is far from over. Not with number 4 out there.
Go for 2?
You should go for 2 to
They should
cut
go
it
for
to a
2.
field
That's
goal
what I'm talking
margin.
about. We'll go for 2.
You absolutely should go for 2 here with 4:40 left. Cut it to a field goal margin.
That's a big play in this football game right here. Huge.
2-point conversion attempt here with Watson in an empty set. Trips to the top of your screen to try to make it a 3-point game. Extending the play, trying to get to the corner, but met and denied. The lateral pursuit. We often talk about the new age Bama against spread teams. Speed that can get to the outside rather than plug in the middle. It showed there.
Yeah, very impressive right there. You see the guys hawking him down. Number 90, Jaron Reed, who's a big guy who can move, cutting off the corner, taking a great angle, and stopping that conversion right there.
However, the touchdown drive now brings it back to that one possession where if Clemson can come up with the stop, you got a chance, and all you want is a chance, my man.
Last game of the year. Anything can happen.
Hey, all you want is a chance.
4-minute drill right here. We practice it all the time. The 4-minute drill. Got to get probably 2 or 3 first downs.
They get 2 first downs, and the game will be over.
Yep. So this is huge coming up here. It's where it's nice to have it back like Derrick Henry.
Now, Kenyon Drake's going to be back out on the field here.
Hey. Kick it to him.
Kick away to him.
Just kick it to him. Hey, Deshaun Watson, though, first player in the history with 4,000 passing yards, 1,000 rushing in the season.
Kick it to him, please.
Kick it to him, though.
Kick it to him.
Hey, Lightning don't strike twice like
He's
that.
hot right now.
You say they should squib it to him or keep away. You say go ahead, roll the dice.
Go ahead and kick it to him. You got to try to pin him deep right here.
Let's see if they do that. 38-33. The
Unless we kick an onside kick.
Of the Megacast. We got two classic homers right here. Two of the best players to play for these two schools as they kick away. And it's a good one as it goes for a touchback.
The tension in here is very palpable right now. You can feel it, man.
So here's the deal. Alabama's going to have the ball down that end to try to get some first downs, 4-minute offense. Right. If Clemson gets it back, they're going to be going this way to try to win the game. I say we should go down that way. Let's walk.
I love it. I love it. Reposition.
Unconventional way to do play-by-play for a national championship game. On the sidelines with two homers, but it's been a blast. Alabama first down at the 25-yard line. The Heisman winner trying to close out the show. Poker checking. And now Derrick Henry bottled up, tackled for a loss. That 50-yard run that he had in the first half was something special. But since then, that front of Clemson has done their job.
I think we got to stay aggressive here, man. Stay aggressive. We need first downs. Wouldn't surprise me here to see a play action. Look for O.J. Howard again.
2nd and 12 after the tackle for loss. I love what this front has done.
Timeout, Bama.
Timeout, Bama. That's going to leave them with one timeout remaining. What are you sensing right now?
2nd and 12. And look, we need 2 stops. We need to stop. If Clemson gets the ball, I absolutely think they go down and win the game. That's just because of the shifts of the game, the momentum of the game. We've seen it go back and forth all night, and that's the way it's supposed to be. But whoever has the ball with the momentum at the end of the game is going.
I think he threw it. I mean, right here, Jacob Coker's gotten to a little bit of a rhythm in the 4th quarter. He's starting to throw the ball a little better. I think he put the game in his hands. I think you need first downs right now. I know Derrick Henry won the Heisman Trophy. I think you got to stay aggressive right now. I think that's what Lane's thinking.
Back out there is Bama. O.J. Howard has been a huge part of that passing game. Bama's passed for 272 yards. Deshaun Watson has been spectacular. 482 total yards for Clemson tonight. Here is your 2nd and 12. And they are throwing, and they get it to O.J. Howard, who turns the corner again. And O.J. Howard again. Can you believe this game he's having here?
Wow.
This is one of the great individual performances in a second half of a championship game we've seen. It's unbelievable what O.J. Howard's doing in the second half.
That was incredible, man. I mean, they had the angle on him. He just used his speed. He is a specimen. A specimen.
O.J. Howard was grossly underutilized all year long.
You say he didn't have 1 touchdown before this game.
Hey, it's Alabama.
With that body and that stride.
You know how we swing that? We're just saying we saved him for this moment.
Well, trust me, you saved up a lot then. Hey, Dave Pash, give me the numbers on O.J. Howard right now.
Yeah, so O.J. Howard, 5 catches, 5 targets. Think about that. So he's been thrown to 5 times, and he's caught all 5 passes, 208 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Out of a tight end?
Staggering.
Wow.
I mean, Dave, that is a remarkable stat line.
That's almost half our total offense on 5 plays to 1 guy.
I've got him coming in with 394 yards on the season. He has over 200 tonight. And now here's Henry down to the 6.
What are you thinking right now? Henry, one more time, play action. What do?
I think you put the game in Jake Coker's hands, man. He's been playing really, really well. I put it in hands. What do we have, 3rd and 2 or 3rd and 3? I think you put it in Jake Coker's hands. He's been making good decisions. This quarter, he's in a good rhythm.
I wouldn't at all. You give that ball to the Heisman Trophy winner, and you say, give me 2 yards.
I love it.
You're an offensive lineman. This is not the running back game.
I thought it was 3rd and 3. Now let's see it was 3rd and 2. I'm starting to waver.
The most combined points scored in a national championship game in FBS history right now, as a timeout is used. So Alabama is out of timeouts now. 2:16 to play. 3rd and 2. Dave.
Hey guys, this has to be a run, doesn't it?
Yes.
Right? You can't throw the ball here and risk an incompletion to stop the clock. Don't you have to run the football and give it to Derrick Henry?
Dave. Taj?
Hey, look, I didn't make a valid point with the play action pass. To win this game, I mean, obviously you got to control the clock, and they need to run the ball right here. I just don't know. I'm in awe right now. That play by O.J. Howard right there, man, unbelievable.
I mean, it's remarkable.
I understand the traditional wisdom, but Lane Kiffin isn't anything but traditional wisdom.
You're right.
You put big people in, you go play action. I mean,
34 carries, 154.
I'll be happy either way.
Will this seal the deal for Bama? Or will there still be opportunity for the #1 ranked undefeated Clemson Tigers? Play action, they are passing. And now Coker's gonna tuck and dive ahead.
Lane put it in Coker's hands. Lane Kiffin does not believe in traditional wisdom, and it worked out pretty good for us right there.
1st and goal, Alabama.
This is the game out here, man.
This is big.
All time. All time.
All time?
All time. Listen, they may punch this in and the score could look a little funny. We know what we saw here.
Absolutely.
This was an all-timer.
Fantastic.
Back and forth, defense, offense, special teams, and dynamic individual performances.
Look.
Dynamic individual performances.
Hey, I got to go back, though. Being a homer, how about the just...
Let's head down towards the Alabama bench a little bit.
How about the way we responded? Going into the 4th quarter, everything was going our way. We put those 4s up, and the momentum changed.
We're headed down this way here on Homers. Stanford Steve. We'll give Stanford Steve a little love on the Megacast right here. Hey, is this not an all-time game right here?
One of the best we've ever seen.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Dave?
Tess, I was just going to say this. Think about the Jacob Coker story, right? It didn't work out at Florida State. He transfers. Yep. It doesn't work out last year. He gets beat out by Blake Sims, but now he's got an opportunity to win a national title.
Now, this will be 3 handoffs, I can assure you. Touchdown.
No, they're calling it short.
Oh, my goodness.
They're calling it short. Got the Alabama Athletic Administration standing to the side here, anticipating a celebration. Bill Battle, athletic director, as it is 38-33, 2nd and 1, or 2nd and goal, excuse me. Dave.
Tess, if you're Clemson, you got to let him score. Why not let him
Dave,
score?
You really do. That clock is counting down, and you got to have a chance. Obviously, it would boost up the margin. As Coker drives ahead, no signal yet. Still no signal.
I think he got in. The replay on the big screen up here.
On the replay overhead, it looks like he got in. Dave, do you have a better view?
It's hard to tell. I didn't think he got in. Just looking at the replay right in front of me here, guys, I didn't think he got in. We're just going back to that point. If you let him score on that first play there, you get the ball with 2 minutes back. Obviously, you've got to get a touchdown in the onside kick. The odds aren't in your favor either way. But what are the chances of you stopping him again here on 3rd down? And maybe you do, and hold them to field goal, and you still have a shot.
I mean, it would have been a 2-possession game if you give them the score. It's still, you know, you got to hit the jackpot somehow, but right here, it's just a point of putting the exclamation mark on the end of a thrilling run-on sentence that's been this second half. The Kenyon Drake moment in this second half was as spectacular of a singular moment in championship football as you'll ever see. Now it's time for Bama to simply finish it off.
Here we go. We got the big guys in again here. This is going to be a Henry carry. He got in. Second effort.
No call yet. Touchdown! You could have boiled an egg in the amount of time it took to make that touchdown call. How you feeling, Barrett?
I feel pretty good right now. That was awesome. What a way to cap it off.
What an incredible fourth quarter.
Great second effort. It looks like he just got the ball across the plane on the overhead replay. I am a homer, though.
The replay is getting a reaction from the Clemson crowd. And as we have this tiny monitor here that we are looking at, and you have the ability to see it. But they're saying on that spin right there, he reached the ball across. You can see his helmet's across, so you have to think the ball's in front of his helmet.
One thing about goal line plays, it seems like there's so many people around that it kind of obscures the camera angle. Usually I feel like the call on the field stands. That'll be big here.
Right there, clearly the ball's across because as you see that white line is cutting through and dissecting what would be his helmet. And there it is right there.
The pylon cam comes through.
Remember, all it takes is any part of the ball to break the threshold of that one. Play it on the field. That's really the touchdown.
After review, the ruling on the field of touchdown is confirmed.
As Barrett Jones shares a moment with Athletic Director Bill Battle. I guess that's a way to seal off a Homer's broadcast when you're getting congratulations from the Athletic Director. 44-33 pending the extra point right here, but the margin is set. And Alabama will be closing in on their 16th national championship.
My hat goes off to Alabama. One of the best games I've ever seen, though.
Taj, I want to say something here. You put many of the bricks in the foundation as to why Clemson is an elite football program right now. For you to sit here and act like a professional the way you have in this second half, watching your brethren over there fight and battle to the end and come up short, shows the character of you as a man.
Hey, look, one thing that people found out is that Clemson is for real. And this is a legitimate program, and regardless of ACC or not, these guys will come out and compete and play every week. And I'm excited to see what's in store for the future for these guys.
I'm incredibly impressed by Clemson, man. They have been extremely impressive, playing a heck of a game. So much fight, so much heart. So many times it looked like, you know, that the game was going to swing one way, and they came back and made some big plays. They were awesome about it.
Clemson's not going away. No, and that's the best quarterback in college football on that field.
Absolutely.
That is the best quarterback in college football.
Look, I'm a homer. I got to talk about Alabama.
You go for it, my man.
How about the fourth quarter? All the momentum was with Clemson. All the momentum was there. And what a great job of us just to grab that back. Made a few huge plays down the stretch. And that's what we talked about. That's our whole motto is the fourth quarter program, our off-season program, to separate ourselves in the fourth quarter. This is a proud moment as a fan and as a former player.
Dave Pasch, I'm looking up at the board here at some of these total yardage numbers. The game by Deshaun Watson tonight, give us some perspective.
Yeah, 337 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. He did have the one turnover, the big mistake. That led to an Alabama touchdown in the first half, but he had 20 carries, 73 yards. They didn't get a lot out of Gallman, and obviously on defense they give up some huge plays. But Watson saved the one pick, did just about everything he could for the Tigers in this game.
He laid it all out there tonight. Deshaun Watson went and played his heart out.
It's tough to pick a headline when you have a game like this.
Absolutely.
It's tough to say and just point in one storyline. But I will say this. As Watson tries to continue his amazing night here, and he does with a completion out to the 38-yard line. The special teams sequence of Saban calling for the onside kick, and then subsequent to that, the kickoff return for a touchdown.
That changed the course of the game right there. Changed the course of the game. That play call alone is going to go down as one of his top plays of all time.
Well, I mean, Taj, you said it, and add on to the yardage for Deshaun Watson. You said it. Those are the moments that make legends. You could make a very strong argument right now that Nick Saban is the greatest college football coach of all time with title number 5 here.
I believe he is. I believe Nick Saban is.
I would agree with that. You know, I think this is unbelievable and unprecedented what he's done in this era of college football where it's so competitive. It's just amazing to see what he's accomplished with these guys, and he's an incredible coach.
Absolutely. Barrett, I want to congratulate you. You won 3 national championships in 4 seasons.
Let's go. What's up, man?
Saban has won his 5th national championship.
There's a celebration that's about to start here. Mark Ingram's just a few feet away. Barrett, for you and Mark, how's this feel right here?
Hey, this is pretty special. It seems like just yesterday, I was leading this guy into the end zone in Pasadena against Texas, and now here we are watching these guys carry on the torch. It's a pretty amazing feeling.
Yeah, man. That's what it's all about, man, carrying on the legacy. And good to be here watching these boys close a good Clemson team out. It was a great national championship, man.
It was awesome. What a game.
Final moments here to the end zone, overthrown to the outside as 17 ticks remain on the clock as Bama closes in. There you go. Here it is. You got the first one.
You think it's too soon here? I think it might be time to put the hat on, baby. I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, but
you can count all the chickens you want, my man.
It's about that time. Here we go. Number 16, baby. We're bringing it back to Tuscaloosa.
16th national championship. Claimed or earned by Alabama. 11th in the major poll era. And to the end zone, one last moment for Taj Boyd and Leggett. 12 seconds remain, and they come up here with the touchdown. So,
took the hat off, briefly. Took the hat off. Clearly, that was not good.
Hey, regardless, man, that guy's going to continue to play. That just shows a lot about him right there. Unbelievable throw, great catch by Jordan Leggett. And that's just the type of characters these guys have out here, man.
Clemson's got 550 total yards against this Alabama defense. 550 total yards.
Hey, that just, I don't think people realize how big that play was. That onside recovery, man. That was big.
What a game, man. What a game. And just another testament to Clemson's character here. The game is basically over. Coming out here scoring a touchdown. I mean, these guys are on a mission. They never laid down. 2 fantastic teams.
So onside kick opportunity for Clemson. 12 seconds remain. Onside kick opportunity for Clemson. And then perhaps a Hail Mary. Stranger things have happened. You want to know when stranger things have happened? About every week this college football season.
Absolutely.
Michigan, Michigan State.
Miami, Duke.
Georgia Tech, Florida State. Miami, Duke.
Because you guys
week after week after week after week it happened in this football season.
I don't want to hear that.
It's a reality, my man.
I don't know.
You got 12 seconds to put this game away. Got to recover an onside kick. And if you don't, then you got to D up on a Hail Mary. Leggett with the 24-yard touchdown catch. Pash, update Watson's stat line for me. I'm in awe of it.
Yeah, so 405 passing yards and 4 touchdowns. 73 rushing yards, but over 400 passing yards. It's an incredible night for Deshaun Watson.
Juxtapose the numbers you're hearing with Clemson and Deshaun Watson with what this defense did to Michigan State.
Absolutely. When you listen to just the stats, you wonder, how can this team lose? How can you even be in this situation?
So here's the onside kick, boys. Here's the last chance for Clemson.
Out of bounds.
Podium.
You can breathe. You can breathe.
Oh, man. What a moment. Honestly, I'm just so happy for these guys, man. I mean, this is an incredible feeling for all these guys, something they'll remember, like I've said, for the rest of their lives. It's an awesome moment.
Time to shut the door on the season and open up the door to a celebration from here in Phoenix to Tuscaloosa. Alabama is celebrating high tide again.
Coach Saban does not love the Gatorade bath.
No, he does not.
Not his favorite.
Especially the year you hit him in the head. He just took the Gatorade bath.
No better feeling right here than taking a knee, man. It says victory formation.
For the 16th time in the history of this grand sport, Alabama are the national champions. 45-40. Stellar performance by O.J. Howard. Memorable moment by Kenyon Drake. You two were awesome. Congratulations, Tide fans. Dave Pasch, back to you.
Well, I don't know that a lot of people thought that ultimately this would come down to the play of Jake Coker, but Tess, he had that great decision when he turned, the defender was in his face, he took off, he picked up the first down. That basically ended the game, even though Alabama tacked on a touchdown and then Clemson scored. Coker threw for over 200 yards in the second half alone. He finishes with 335 passing yards, 2 touchdowns in the game, and the carry that picked up a first down to seal the deal on that final drive for Alabama. Derrick Henry finishes with 36 carries for 158 yards and 3 touchdowns. Deshaun Watson threw for over 400 yards and 4 touchdowns, but again, as great as he played, the one turnover was the pass he threw in the first half that was picked off. It led to a touchdown. Special teams in the first half, it favored Clemson. Alabama was struggling to punt the football, but in the second half, you had great field position for Alabama, and you also had the onside kick, and then, of course, the Kenyon Drake kickoff return for a touchdown as Alabama wins the national championship. Go back to Tess.
Congratulations, Ryan Kelly, right next to Barrett Jones here. The 2 men in the middle. The confetti is coming down. Lane, congratulations. Congratulations, Lane Kiffin, national champion. Your final takeaway, Barrett.
What a night, what a moment. Obviously respect Clemson, but respect the fight of our guys, man. A lot of people were counting us out after the Ole Miss game and just came back and were doubting that the dynasty was over. Well, I got to tell you, the dynasty ain't over, man. This was special tonight.
Hey, look, my hat goes off to Alabama. Wonderful football team, great fan base, great coach. But you better believe Clemson will be back.
What did Deshaun Watson just say to you?
He just said he left it all out there.
He did.
And I think that everybody saw that, man. Can't be more proud of a guy like that.
He was phenomenal. The celebration goes on among us here. Calvin Redley to our left. We just saw Ryan Kelly, Lane Kiffin stopping by to have an exchange with you. Tide is #1. National champions. Thrilling game. Epic performance in the second half. We appreciate everybody involved with this production of the Megacast, especially the 2 of you.
It was great.
You were tremendous tonight.
Great time.
On the losing side, it's not easy, especially considering how much you meant to this program.
Can we do this all year, man? This was fun.
You'd like for this to be every day.
This was awesome. I love it.
For the 2 homers, Taj and Barrett, I'm Joe Tessitore. Alabama wins it 45-40. Dave Pasch, way upstairs. Thanks for your help tonight, Dave.
And you've been watching the ESPNU Homers Megacast of the 2016 College Football Playoff National Championship game, presented by AT&T. Good night from Arizona.